welcome to the Triggered Podcast. This is our 5th episode. We've made it a long way.
This is a long time.
What are y'all's names, by the way?
I'm David.
Blake.
And a guest.
Justin.
I was doing the.
Wait, do y'all say last names here? Or?
You can.
You can.
You can.
Do y'all? I don't want to.
No,
say
do
my
it.
last
Do
name.
it.
Alright, my name is Justin Norris.
What did the streets call you?
Chuck. Hey you. You're not my son. Stuff like that.
Okay, that's
Other
cool.
than that,
My name
You're not my
is Shiloh Bellinghausen.
Yeah.
And also, since this is our 5th episode, I just want to shout out our social media because we're going to go as far as y'all want us to. The fans, the listeners. So our social media, we have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Those are our 3 main things. Our Twitter is @TheTriggeredPod. Our Instagram is @TheTriggeredPodcast. And our Facebook is simply The Triggered Podcast. By the way, if you're on Twitter and you want us to talk about any random topic, doesn't have to be sports, it could be anything in the world. You can tweet us @TheTriggeredPod. It can be about like the growth of babies or movies
so
or baseball or tennis or
Soccer.
I love how we're a sports podcast and y'all just mentioned 5 sports.
or how pillows are made or how pictures are publicized. Anything about that. So
Doesn't have to be about that even.
it can be
Send
about
it. Whatever you want.
your heart
situation.
desires. Alright, so what was it, last week? The draft happened. I think we all know
I
that.
think NBA draft.
We were all together.
Yeah,
We
we're
watched
all
it. It was
together.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So just very vaguely, very quickly, what was your all's overall opinion of this draft? Did it kind of go the way you expected it to? Does it,
People got drafted, so
Yeah.
That's
good.
good.
Went to a good start.
Yeah, I mean, there weren't pretty much the only person who fell a lot farther. And we were all kind of expecting someone to fall, and it was Malik Monk. But just how deep the draft was, someone was going to have to end up slipping a little further than expected. But yeah, I liked it. I liked for the most part where each player landed.
There were some weird fits, but nothing too drastic where you're just like,
Yeah.
what in the world?
One so like everyone keeps saying the Kings won the draft because they got De'Aaron Fox, and then they traded the number 10 pick for 15 and 20. But it's like, did they win the draft? Because they got 2 other players, but they could have got De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk.
In terms of moving assets, they won the draft.
Yeah,
That would have
but
been so cool with De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk.
Like it fell exactly like
That would have been perfect.
and they messed it up.
And the players they got in return weren't even like, because Justin Jackson, I'm not super impressed with. I think he's just gonna be very, run of the mill, average kind of bench player.
Yeah, he's a safe pick.
And Harry Giles could be the best player, one of the best players in the draft, or could
The Kings
not
did
play.
tweet some video where they showed him crossing someone up and dunking. I don't know how recently this was, or what kind of level of defender this guy was. Harry Giles. But no, he can actually play like how he's supposed to, or was supposed to 2 years ago.
Then they get a good pick.
Then they won the draft.
But he's 19 years old, tore his ACL 2 times in 2 years. I think that's a little cause for concern. So, what do you, Shiloh?
Looking at the Kings, they drafted a really good college basketball lineup. Like when you think about it,
They're winning the NCAA tournament next year.
Frank Mason,
Can't you say that
Malik
about-
Monk, Harry Giles. No, look at it. Frank Mason, Malik Monk, Buddy Hield.
Not
They
Malik Monk.
didn't draft him, but he was a great college basketball player, and
Yes.
Harry Giles. And yeah, it's just like a picture perfect college basketball team.
I don't want to be that guy, but can't you say that about any NBA team? Like, they would be a great college basketball
Not really.
team.
No, like this team and the Charlotte Hornets do that a lot too.
Like, draft college players. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Terrence
players.
Ferguson, he didn't play college. He was in Australia somewhere balling out on the
Who was this?
Kangaroos.
Who?
Terrence Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
I think
one
it was-
OKC.
Yeah. Also, yeah. By the way, I went to high school with that dude.
Uh-oh.
Played basketball.
Shout out.
Can I tell a story about how
Go
I
for it.
first met?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, not meeting somebody, but like just kind of looking at like who was this guy. So I came in. It was my sophomore year of high school, and I was on the borderline. Like maybe I could make varsity. I'll be a star on JV, but I might be both. So I was like borderline 10th man, 11th man. So I'm walking to the gym, feeling good by myself. It's October, so it's like almost the season starting, and so I'm walking in the gym, and I see this 6'8", 6'7" dude doing crossovers, dunking, windmills, making every shot, but he was a freshman, so I was like, I can take him. Like he's a year below me. Like he'll be my playmate on JV. It's okay. So then we go in tryouts, and then he crossed over me and dunked on me, and crossed over me and dunked on me again, and yeah, he made the team instead of me. He kind of took my spot basically. The next week was so impressive because he was a freshman. And he was the 8th man on our varsity team. He came in the first game of the season, barely just played a week, practiced for a week on the team, scores 36 points against Dallas Kimball, which was one of the best high schools at the time. Scored 36 points, had 10 three-pointers. Oh, wow. And it was a 14-year-old just balling on everybody. And that was like his coming out party, so that was very overwhelmed.
Moral of the
by
story
that.
is don't play defense sometimes.
Just don't play defense.
So,
Just show your offense.
Yeah, there's a little shout out. Other than that,
Just
in the draft,
intentionally foul.
Yeah.
Other than that, in the draft, it was
Bows.
the first two picks were very predictable. The third pick was that pick that was like going to dictate what the rest of the draft was going to do. Celtics. I didn't know about the whole Josh Jackson situation.
He refused to work out.
Yeah, he refused to work out, and that's just hilarious.
Well, it's not. I don't think that he was just like, no, I'm going to work out for you. I think what he was doing was like he did his workouts. He's like, I'm not working out for anyone else. I don't think it's the Celtics themselves that he was saying no to. I think he was saying no to.
I think
because they flew all the way out.
It's a terrible look.
Yeah,
it's a terrible
so you
look.
got to think like, why would?
Yeah, but I think he was just like, he's probably really stubborn.
But that's even worse if you think about it. That. Just you
Yeah.
know, somebody could say, oh, that means he's just lazy and didn't want to work out more. You know,
Yeah.
compared to like just him not having a preference towards not playing for.
That's true. Yeah,
That's-
'cause
I
if
think
you're-
it makes sense for him to, because basically the way he was looking at it, maybe I'm not, but you know, in his eyes it could have been like the Celtics are only drafting me to use me as trade bait,
Yeah.
like.
I don't know.
I don't
Could
know.
be interesting.
It's weird regardless, but yeah.
Other than that, the Mavs, being a Mavs fan, very ecstatic because I didn't think Dennis was gonna fall like that, and it makes me question the Knicks at the time.
It's a good.
And now.
Okay, so at the 8th pick,
And
I was
yesterday.
so at
In the future.
with the 8th pick, I was like, okay, the Knicks are definitely gonna get Dennis, because who's the better player, Dennis or Frank? Like
Dennis.
overall, Dennis.
Dennis.
And so, do you think if Phil Jackson wasn't there, they would have drafted Dennis? Did Phil Jackson have a big part of it?
Well, he's the
I
PO.
feel like,
Yeah.
I feel like he did.
That's
Yeah.
and then he gets like fired
He
or
was-
mutually agreed to part ways
Hornets-
the next week.
Yeah.
So in a way, the Mavs are very lucky that Phil Jackson drafted Frank.
Yeah, because they said going into the draft, I think I could be completely wrong about this, but I think Phil Jackson was saying like, oh, Frank's perfect for the triangle offense, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, and then they draft Frank. So I think if Phil's not there,
Yeah.
they don't look for the player who's
And
quote unquote
Do you
perfect.
think the Mavs hyped Frank up and the Knicks kind of like?
I don't. I think they did that to kind of just make it look like, yeah, we did this on purpose.
I
But-
also do think like the Mavs would have been happy if Ntilikina fell to them. What I do think is hilarious though is that the Knicks can't even spell Ntilikina's last name.
I mean,
I
first
mean,
I can't.
can you spell it without looking at the screen?
All right, let's try this. Ntilikina.
Nope.
What?
Congratulations, you're Mr. New GM.
All right, nice.
You were one letter
That's
off.
the question.
Is it
that
IA?
they reviewed for
KIA.
GMs.
KIA. All right, I'm sorry.
But he had a big part in drafting Porzingis though, right?
Yeah.
And Porzingis
Oh, yeah.
looks like
That
to be
was-
at least a very good player
Is
in
that
the future.
But then he was
That's literally the only.
he was
great
ready to
thing
trade
he
him.
did.
But he kind of oopsed into getting Kristaps because I mean, can we really give him that much credit for it? Because
Like
Well,
honestly,
we can give him credit for not picking.
Can we give-
Because that would have been worse.
what
Yeah,
about
that's
the
fair.
Lakers picking, or not the Lakers? What about the 76ers picking Jahlil Okafor over Kristaps?
I mean, hindsight's
Like-
always 20/20. So
I don't know. If
And-
you would have,
I mean-
could you imagine if they would have picked Kristaps and they would have had Kristaps and Joel
That'd be
right
wild.
now?
they probably wouldn't have Ben Simmons right now.
They probably wouldn't have been Simmons.
They probably
That's
also
true.
wouldn't have Markel Fultz right now.
It's true. If buts, chicken nuts.
Yeah.
We could do
That's the
this all
draft
day.
in a
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I have one more.
Okay,
Really
go
quick.
ahead.
So I have an official sleeper in this
Official.
draft.
Ooh.
So
Don't say T first.
so what was it? Jordan Bell for Oregon. Okay, so Jordan Bell was great in the NCAA tournament. he had like 0 points, but 10 blocks like in every game. 10 blocks, like 8 rebounds. He did nothing offensively, did everything defensively. So I was like, okay, he's just gonna get drafted and be nothing. He gets drafted by the most perfect fit for him, the Warriors. He just goes in, plays defense, comes out, and doesn't have to do anything offensively, of course. And he just gets drafted by the best offensive team in NBA history. And I feel like with a lineup like, I don't know, Jordan Bell being the center, and then having Draymond, Clay, KD, and Steph, that's a wild lineup. And so I think it's just
that's
a
wild
perfect
lineup regardless of who you put in. You could put me in saying that's a
yeah,
wild
it's just
lineup.
a perfect fit. And I think Jordan Bell is just one of the winners in this draft, personally, for him. Just being
the Warriors like showing that commitment, dropping $3.5 million to buy up into that second round to get him.
When he probably would have, I mean, if he falls out, that's probably more than you pay him to be undrafted. So that's a good point. That
they really wanted him. Yeah.
So let's Sean kind of brought it up. You want to kind of go through and just quickly talk about someone that you think is a sleeper that was
sleepers.
Off the top of my head, not really. But I don't know. The second round is always just a crapshoot. Someone will obviously like make it and like stand out.
Enik Bogu.
Enik Bogu was my guy just because of his wingspan and his age. He's really young. So
did he drop because of injuries?
Yeah, he was injured, but
because he was like in some top 20 mock drafts.
He definitely has all the tools and the length. Mainly the length and the age.
Which, I mean, that's what you need for a big man, is length and age. And a lot of times, if you're developing a defensive big man, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah. So, I'll go Ike.
For me, it's kind of early to be a sleeper, but OG Anunoby, I've talked about him a lot.
Yeah.
To us personally, I think he has, like you said, he's not a big man, but he has the length and athleticism to become something. Mm-hmm. Not a great player, but, someone that you're like, oh, wow, he was drafted kind of
23rd,
late. Yeah, or another one, don't remember where he went. Monty Morris went to the Nuggets. Point guard out of Iowa State. He's
Nuggets drafting all these guards.
I think he's a taller guy. He's pretty athletic. So yeah, those are my two. And you got any over there?
Do I have any sleepers?
Yeah.
Personally, no. I mean, like, I really honestly just followed the draft for to see the Mavs pick, and that's a good pick in my opinion. So,
Did y'all see that between the legs reverse dunk?
Yeah.
Not just reverse, 360.
360
between the legs.
This dude he's probably 6 foot tall, regardless of what his listing is, and he just made a 360 reverse between the legs look simple.
Very excited.
And that makes me, being 6'2", feel really bad about myself because I can't dunk.
Well, he also isn't he 19?
He's 19.
He's also
yeah,
about the same age as us.
Yeah. He's doing a little better than us.
Yeah, he's doing that. We're doing
younger than.
I like to say we're all happy in this situation.
It did who was it today that tweeted out? He's an NBA player. Lou Williams. He was like, I don't get all these nerds with their their NBA opinions and everything.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, never mind.
What's he talking about?
He was calling out just people who talk about the NBA.
Yeah, he was calling us out. Lou Williams.
Us
called us out.
fans
Pretty
calling
much.
us out.
I
Podcast.
felt like he called the Trigger Podcast out.
Wow.
So, that ginger in the crowd in the little group there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lou Williams was secretly the guy commenting on our video last
yeah.
week.
Speaking of Lou Williams,
Oh.
let's play a game. How many teams has Lou Williams been on?
Atlanta, number 1. Someone else.
Do you want us to name the teams or
teams.
no number?
Name the teams. Because
Oh.
Lou Williams also did get traded. He got traded this past weekend.
Atlanta?
So now he's on 6 teams. Yes, it's one team.
Detroit?
6 teams.
No,
No,
not
he's not on
Detroit.
I'm getting confused with Brendan James.
Houston. Easy one.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
Houston,
Clippers.
Lakers.
Was he on the Bucks?
I mean, are we going
No.
to include the Clippers?
The Knicks?
Are you
No.
including that?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Was he
so.
on the
Clippers.
Knicks?
No. So I've got 4.
Oh man. Oh, Raptors.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on the Raptors.
So wait, what do y'all have?
Alright, we have
Raptors,
Atlanta, and then
Atlanta.
he went to the Raptors, and then he went to
Houston.
LA actually, and then Houston.
I'm thinking of
and
Brandon
then
Jennings.
Clippers.
Because I've named the Bucks and the Pistons. So I'm definitely thinking of Brandon
How many
Jennings.
more are there?
This is one more.
One more. Ooh.
Is it an early team?
Mm-hmm.
Was it earlier than Atlanta?
I don't know. I can't give
I
you
don't
that
know
yet.
yet.
I can't give you that yet.
I swore Atlanta was his first team.
The
No,
Hornets.
3 more guesses, and I'll tell you.
The Hornets.
What.
Alright, Hornets can be one
Is
of
it
them.
East or West?
Magic.
Can you
I can't tell you that
No,
yet.
No, it
wasn't
wasn't the Magic. No.
No.
Because where he was on the Magic for like That was also Brandon Jennings.
They're not the same player.
Ooh. No. Portland?
No.
No, it's not Portland.
Pacers.
No.
No.
Timberwolves.
No.
Heat.
No.
Jazz.
Okay, it's Eastern Conference.
Celtics.
No.
76ers.
Yes.
Oh, gosh darn it.
That was his
It's-
first team.
Yeah.
I
No.
could have sworn
He was in there for 6 years.
Yes, he led
He
them
was?
to
Yeah.
he led them to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
With
He
Drew
was like the
Holiday
best player off the bench.
and Evan Turner.
Wow.
I remember Thaddeus Young being
Andre-
on the Celtics.
Yeah, they had a
Is he on the
nice
Pacers?
team, and then they
He's on the
tore it
Pacers,
apart.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
They
Lou
think
Will.
he's really good.
So he's 2K apparently
Yeah.
sometimes.
I knew that.
Yeah, Lou Will's been like jumping everywhere the last like
And Brandon Jennings.
4.
Yeah. But those are mostly all trades, right? Every single time he's moved?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he just said, you know, he's
I mean,
He
he's no Jamal Crawford, right? Jamal Crawford's probably been on more teams, and now they're on the
Oh,
same team, so it's like
Yeah, that's
they
kinda-
eventually had to meet.
They
you
have
know?
like they have the same playmaking ability.
Yeah,
That's-
Exactly.
$1
If
million.
you combine 2 former 6 man of the years, what does that get you? That gets you a solid starter.
Does that add up to 12?
so we like he mentioned, he was just kind of vaguely mentioned. Sorry, he's in that trade that just happened yesterday.
Ah,
CP3.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it was
Lou
yesterday.
Williams.
I was getting dry
Williams.
eyes yesterday.
If you somehow
Chris
don't
Paul,
know, Chris
dry
Paul was
eyes.
traded.
Where were you when Chris Paul got traded?
I was in bed. Chris Paul was traded to the Rockets.
Some Rocket fan texted me saying CP3 to the Rockets. I was like, you're
Was it,
wrong.
was it James Harden?
No, it wasn't.
So what do you guys think about that? How do you guys think it's going to work out for both teams? Start with the Rockets.
Okay, well, it would have been much easier to start with the Clippers.
Start with the
Well, you can start with anything.
Start with whatever you want.
Alright, well,
Start with the Mavericks if you want.
I can talk about how it affects the Mavs.
Yeah,
but,
first of all, why does Southwest, right? Southwest Division, people seem to
Always
be
get
migrating
stacked.
there now, yeah.
like,
And
we got to deal with AD and Boogie on the same team. We got to deal with Kawhi and LaMarcus Aldridge on the same team.
Well, one of those is a problem.
Yeah.
But he was good. I mean, he's still good.
Now we got to deal with
He's just not being
CP3
utilized
and
right.
CP3.
I mean, we've had to deal with
And-
CP3 before.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
and
did
Harden.
remember that.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the Hornets.
Yeah.
So.
Was he on the Hornets for 6 years also?
It was about 6 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
I hope he stays on the Rockets for 6 years and then retires. Just keeps every team.
What, he'd be like, he's 30, 32, 38?
32,
Yeah,
33.
that could happen.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, he's 31.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So the trade for the Clippers, the trade for the Clippers is actually pretty. If you're a Clippers fan, you're obviously sad, but at the same time, you got
You're just always sad in general, actually.
you actually got something for
Because they're grateful
CP3.
for
Yeah.
CP3. Yeah.
So it sucks, but it's like
Yeah, they got Beverly. He's a very.
it's like on the
He's
breakup,
a
she
big
also
ball.
gave you like I don't know, like a $5 coupon to Subway.
Yeah.
So you at least get lunch the next day. So
I would say like a $300 gift card to IKEA or something.
To IKEA.
Maybe 100. 100.
is it worth that much?
You
Yes.
could get so much at IKEA for $300.
It's actually good because you have to build it too.
I'd
You have to build
say
the
I would say $100
they got a
gift card,
$5
yeah.
gift card to Subway.
No, I think it's a
Okay.
little low. I'd say like
25.
20. Maybe you could argue maybe $50 because how many subs is it? How many 12?
It's about 4 subs.
He gave you like 6 playoff appearances after they had like 1.
It's true.
That's,
Yeah.
No, I'm saying for the Clippers. The Clippers basically got
Oh.
like a $5 gift card to Subway.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think this trade was too special for either team, and I'll get into the reason for the Rockets in a minute. But the
Yeah.
Clippers, like, for the caliber of player you traded, you got a lot of okay to good players.
Yeah, I mean at least they
And
got
I mean
something
a lot,
though.
because they got a lot of players.
They got
in
a
that.
That's
ton.
7.
So
And
like,
the draft pick.
I mean, they got the 2018 Rockets draft pick, which is going to be in the late 20s.
Yeah, not worth
It's
much.
better than no.
They'll have a lot of trade
That's,
assets.
I mean, that's fair. Like,
Yeah.
you can't argue it's better than him just leaving, which was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was going to end up on the Rockets. This looks like either way.
Mhm.
But I just feel like you could have maybe been like, hey, give us Clint Capella or something. But I don't know. Now that I say it out loud, I guess.
Well, they
There's
already
not-
have
The Clippers had no leverage
Yeah,
in that
that's-
deal. They were basically like, "Hey, please, can you give us something?"
Literally anything.
yeah.
We don't want DeAndre Jordan as our offensive piece if Blake leaves.
I'm trying to pull up the exact trade right now. but it's
So
kind of-
yeah, but for the
They got Slam Decker too.
Slam
Yeah.
the Rockets are sending Sam Decker, Patrick Beverly,
Lou Williams?
Lou Williams, DeAndre Liggins, who's on the Mavericks, Dorian Hillard, Montrezl Harrell, and Kyle
Harrell?
Wilcher, and
Wilcher.
a top 3
Yeah.
protected 2018 first round pick, and
Yeah,
$661,000 from the Clippers.
They didn't get fleeced.
Just
so.
for, yeah, I mean,
No, it's a fleecing, but at the same time, at least they
It's
got-
gonna be when it's Chris Paul.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, what else
When
could you have asked for? Because you're not
No,
getting
yeah,
James Harden.
they have no leverage in that trade. It's
Yeah.
basically they're just lucky it was a trade.
I also do like how they put a top 3 projection on their next pick.
Yeah.
Next year, it's like just in case, just in case everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Just in case everybody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Good.
Literally everybody. But so I mentioned how I don't think it's that great for the Rockets because yes, Chris Paul is probably still a top 3 point guard. He probably couldn't argue top 2, but it's 2 ball dominant guards, and a lot of times in the league you don't see that work out. For whatever reason, the first one I always think of is Stephon Marbury and Steve Francis. However many years ago, that's the first one I think of. And it's not just 2 ball dominant guards. It's 2 ball dominant guards that led the league in like
At the same time,
time
though,
of holding the ball. I mean, yes, they're different caliber of players, but it's still the 2 that held the ball the most in the NBA on the same team.
I don't know. You can't compare them to Stephon Marbury. and
I'm not
Steve
comparing
Francis.
them.
There's a large talent
That was
gap
a
here.
separate thought. I was
Yeah.
saying when I think of 2 ball dominant guards on the same team, for whatever reason, that's the first one I
Yeah.
think of.
Chris Paul obviously has never played with a backcourt mate as talented as Harden, but Harden's had to share the ball with, Durant and Westbrook before. So I think it could work.
Okay, but that wasn't this Harden. That was rookie baby Harden being like, I don't know what kind
he
of
still
player
had
I
a
am.
lot of talent, though.
He did, obviously, but he was still like, I don't know what kind of player I am. I don't know if I want to do this.
I
this,
think
that.
what Harden will have to do is go back to being like a normal shooting guard, like how he has been in his career, except for last year.
And
And I think that's just what.
But do we think he's comfortable doing that? I mean, you can say
Is Chris
easily.
Paul
You can say
controlling,
easily.
like,
no,
having
no, I'm not
James
saying
Harden control the
talent
ball?
wise. I'm saying James Harden, the person wise. Because, I mean, like, what does it mean to be James Harden?
I think he will be fine with
Which
it.
it's easy to say, but that's different when you were the best player on your team,
I
mean,
second in MVP
at the
voting,
end
and
of-
then they're like, take a back seat.
At the end of the day, just look at it. The Clippers or the Rockets. The Rockets added a huge talent to their team.
Yes.
It doesn't make them worse.
No, I'm not saying
I think overall
I'm
it's
just,
better.
It's just, I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I'm not saying they're going to be terrible. They're still probably going to be the 3rd seed, maybe the 2nd seed. But it's just, it's weird, and there's reason to be cautious if you're.
Yeah,
a Rockets
I don't
fan.
think it puts them over the top. And also another thing, Chris Paul, all he did was he accepted his option for next year, so he's only has 1 year left on this contract with the Rockets. So if things don't work out great, he could always bolt, and the Banana Boat Boys could finally join up somewhere.
In the Lakers, how
But-
would that be for Chris Paul if he eventually goes back to the Lakers?
No, but I think it was a good move for the Rockets. I think, in the arms race of the West, they wanted to like make some sort of push. This is a splash. It adds a lot of talent to their team, and I don't know, 2 great players. They should be able to figure it out.
And again, just to kind of reiterate, I'm not saying this team sucks. They're going to miss the playoffs. They're going to lose all these games.
talent should win out.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just
They're
saying,
they're
like,
making the playoffs.
I'm just saying, there is reason for caution. I feel like if I was a Rockets fan, I'd be like,
Right.
okay, this is interesting, but I think if anyone can make it work, it's going to be Chris Paul
Yeah.
because he's probably the smartest player in the NBA currently. One of the smartest.
Could you compare this to like AI and Carmelo, that duo in Denver?
I
Because
think
they were both scorers.
I think AI was a little more far gone at that time than Chris Paul is currently.
Yeah, Melo was
Yeah, he was the
well,
dominant.
and
Harden.
Paul's pretty much saying
Yeah.
Harden's going to be the number 1 here. So
I don't. Well,
whether Paul is going to actually be able to accept that.
see, if that's the
find
case, then there's even more cause for concern. Because do you want Chris Paul to be your second option? Do you want James Harden bringing the ball up when you have Chris Paul on your team?
I mean,
I think that causes more concern than.
just imagine like Harden runs a pick and roll with Capella. Say something doesn't happen, he kicks it out to Paul, who either takes the shot or they run another.
That's
pick
if
and roll.
something doesn't happen. Then if something does happen, even 60% of the time you're wasting Chris Paul for almost $30 million.
You could say the Warriors are wasting Clay.
They all get
when he
touches,
just sits there.
They're not all ball dominant though.
It's true.
They would be on a different team.
Clay's a pretty passive player. And, I mean,
In person.
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, and
He'd average 27
For a lot of
games
reasons.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
But-
probably. But
so-
yeah, anyway. So that's
I
kind
think
of.
overall it's just better.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean,
It's a
you don't-
superstar league.
You don't get worse
superstars
adding a
you can get.
superstar to your team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're not. If worst case scenario, they stay exactly where they were. I don't think they get worse.
So would you say they'll make the conference finals? Make sure.
think it depends on
Who's
the matchup.
competing? The Warriors, of course, and who else?
Spurs, Rockets.
Okay, what if
Depending on what the Jazz do, because the Jazz were really good this year and they weren't healthy. So if they just run it back, I think the Jazz could be up there in that conversation
I think the
as well.
Spurs might have a down year this year because Aldridge is not, unless they trade for somebody with Aldridge and get another superstar. But I think Pau Gasol's leaving. Do you think that's
No, he
yeah.
declined his option, so basically they could search for another free agent.
He kind of
and
did
he'll
what
accept
does.
it.
Jonathan Simmons? Do you think he's leaving?
No,
No,
Really?
I really don't. He's restricted, and I mean they like him. He's talented. He's the only athletic player on that team. I
Kawhi.
don't think they're going to get rid of
Yeah.
him.
Well, I just think it's the
Goes without
Warriors, Rockets. I think the Rockets are the second best team. in the West.
I still think it's the Spurs, and they still have a lot of talent. They still have the second
He
or
also
third
has
best player in the
chemistry
NBA.
still, more or less.
Chemistry.
I mean, if you're not including Aldridge,
Yeah.
corny rumbling, but
Best coach in the league still. I think
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
without saying also I still think they're the second seed, but there is obviously an argument to be made.
Yeah, I think the Spurs aren't finished. They have a lot of questions they need to answer in free agency.
Just got started.
They just got started this summer.
Just got started.
If I know how this is going to go over. If say for example, free agency starts tomorrow, Saturday. Say Blake Griffin goes to the Thunder, as you know you've heard a lot about. Where would that put them in? Kind of.
Blake Griffin goes to the Thunder.
Would that make them
The Thunder would
Fourth
have, the
seed.
Thunder would have to do a lot of cap wiggling to do that.
do they?
Yeah, they don't. They are one of the highest
'Cause,
salaries
I mean,
already.
who are they paying?
Enes Kanter,
Okay,
Steven
yeah.
Adams, Victor
They do.
Oladipo.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have a
I
lot.
didn't think about that.
So they'd
Lot
have to
of
do some
contracts.
cap wiggling.
Which I think they'd be fine
The
doing.
bench would more or less still be not that.
It'd have to be a sign and trade, but if you're the Thunder, would you be willing to do a sign and trade just so you can just go full tank mode? Honestly, maybe. So
Oklahoma City's 23rd in cap, so they
look
have,
at next year though.
well, I mean, you're worried about this year. Next year you can go over
No,
the cap.
I mean they're already over the cap for like this upcoming
You
year.
can go way over the cap. It's not a cutoff. I'm saying like it could work. And honestly, if
but
you have
they're
Blake
already
Griffin,
like 10 million, or they're already 13 million over the cap.
if you have
Could
Blake
you
Griffin,
spend-
I didn't know Victor Oladipo was being paid $21 million. That's ridiculous. And I think you
and
could
Steven Adams 22.
you can expend Enes Kanter, Steven Adams if you get Blake Griffin. I mean,
Yeah,
depending on the person, you might
They'd have to
come up with
lose.
that,
They'd have to lose one of either Cantor or Adams.
which I think either way is an upgrade, even if it's the
no,
slightest.
it's an upgrade.
Yeah,
Blake Griffin's a really good player, but yeah, I don't think the Thunder are going to be able to make that.
I mean, okay, just hypothetically, if they were, because you're hearing a lot about that, do you think where do you think that puts them?
I honestly think they kind of stay they're seventh.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
With
seventh or
Blake Griffin?
sixth. Yeah, I think so.
Because basically the Timberwolves are going to replace the Clippers. I feel like in a way in the
I think they
playoffs.
should with their starting
If-
five.
And we'll see what the Jazz do.
Because I mean, Oklahoma City, their bench is still not. It's
Yeah.
a question mark.
Yeah,
at best.
exactly.
But yeah,
Yes.
OKC I think would be a 5 seed if they got Blake Griffin.
Which would be
If
one
they got
position
Blake Griffin, I feel like 4 seed. They could get Blake Griffin.
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. For not much movement, essentially.
Right.
So yeah. So,
Yeah, there's just I think basically 2 through like 6 in the West is pretty much just all kinds of just wild.
2 through
Yeah.
6.
I would say just depending on what the
I would
Spurs
say
do.
3, yeah, I think the Spurs are still gonna be
I think it's
Pretty
like
solid.
I don't think
two-ish. I don't know how, but they're probably gonna do it.
I don't
because
know.
they're the Spurs.
Yeah.
And you just kind of accept it. Yeah, this free agency already has been one of the crazier ones. Did I say free agency? I meant off season.
Yep.
Because we saw Jimmy Butler move to the Timberwolves,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we all think that's a good move, except maybe Blake. I don't know how he feels about that now.
For Minnesota, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
still
Because the
kinda-
Chicago Bulls were low-key winners. Yeah. Getting Laurie Markkanen
Gosh,
and
that's.
Lowry,
Zach LaVine.
I think we can look back on that, unless Lauri Markkanen becomes Dirk, which he won't. That's going to be one of the worst trades that we've.
I don't think so because, I mean, at the very least they got Zach LaVine who's going to score 20 a game next year.
He just tore his ACL, for a player who relies so heavily on athleticism. That
I mean,
could dip a lot.
we've looked at it. I mean, ACL tears aren't as severe as they used to be,
No, but okay. But what I'm saying is, he is a player who
and we just saw Jabari Parker, who is another super athletic player. He tore his ACL.
cannot
Came
compare the
back.
athleticism of Jabari Parker and Zach LaVine.
Jabari Skywalker. That's his name.
Jabari
Duke Skywalker.
Jabari is able to score while slowing down, though. Zach LaVine, I don't know if he can.
I think he can. I don't know. We'll see. But he's a 20-point per game scorer. Lauri Markkanen is
Okay.
We'll see. It's not a terrible trade though. I mean, it's bad. You're never gonna
pretty bad.
You're never gonna get the same equal talent if you trade away a superstar. Never. So the fact that they got a young up and coming guy who can score 20 a game in Zach LaVine, that's
really, I think
that's the best you can do. That's all you can hope for.
The problem you have with it, me personally, is it just shows like a lack of direction for the Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Because they traded, one of the top players in the league for a whole lot of role players, which, like you said, you're not going to match talent, obviously, unless it's superstar for superstar, which you rarely see. But it just shows like, oh, we got Chris Dunn, and in the draft we take Lauri Markkanen, who's the same player as Nikola Mirotic.
Like, Mirotic is a free agent. And
even still,
they're going to let him walk.
Even still, it's like, well, what direction are we moving? Because you would think, because it's the easiest position to build around as a point guard. And you had the 7th pick, and you had Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., Malik Monk. He's a shooting guard, but even still. And they take the big man who would have,
Maybe they know something we don't.
Maybe they don't.
The Bulls are just a sad franchise, like with the whole D Rose situation and that weird D Rose.
Yeah, it's ironic that they're a sad franchise. They had Michael Jordan.
They had a kind of guy who was kind of good.
Well, ever since like 2009, ever since the Derrick Rose MVP thing, it's like they had a weird D Rose, Joakim Noah era, and then like phase to Jimmy Butler, and then like they've been a consistent 3 to 6 seed, and it's just like
looking back,
they could beat LeBron. No, they couldn't. No, they could beat. No,
maybe
it's just
this
like
year, maybe next
looking
year.
back, it's gonna be so funny to see a Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah led team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Great for like 3
They were
years.
good,
It's gonna be so weird.
Joakim Noah was like 3rd in MVP voting
Yeah,
season?
Joakim Noah was one of the most underappreciated NBA players.
That's what happens when you go to the Knicks. That's reputation.
That's so
down.
bold.
Everything you did before
That
doesn't matter.
is so bold.
3rd in the MVP race.
At that time, yes. Now
That's crazy.
he's awful.
Well, yeah, of course. But during that Bulls era,
Yeah.
a very short prime, but very great.
For the Timberwolves, getting Jimmy Butler, the reason I'm just hesitant is because I just don't know how that's going to work with him and Wiggins on the wing. I think it stunts Wiggins' growth, and I just think, just also financially, Wiggins is up for a contract extension this summer, and so now, if you're Wiggins, why would you accept anything other than a max extension? Because someone's going to give you a max extension.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's to kind of just play devil's advocate. There are workarounds with that kind of stuff. There's bird rights, all of this stuff. But I do definitely see the concerns.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have. If they have Butler's bird rights,
not Butler.
Well, I know for sure they won't have Wiggins because you're not eligible to get bird rights until like your second or third contract. So, and then Butler's a free agent in 2019.
Well, Wiggins has a player option in 2018.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, it's a qualifying offer. So this is his last year. This is his last year in the contract. So this is the year to extend him. So if you're Wiggins, now you're thinking about it. They just. I kind of see it as them saying, you're a 3, and if I'm Wiggins, I'm saying, I'm 22 years old and I just scored 23 a game.
Okay, well,
Wiggins is a number 1 option somewhere.
Looking at this in front of us, we have the hoops hype salary thing. I do definitely see the concerns financially, talent-wise. I kind of think it'll be fine. But,
yeah,
okay.
No, like, they're going to be okay. Butler's a distributor. I think it'll be fine, but just for Wiggins...
It'll hurt Wiggins' growth.
It'll hurt Wiggins' growth.
Pat's going to do his thing.
Like, I think eventually down the road they're going to have to pick Butler or Wiggins. Who do they want to lock up as the number 2?
How old is Butler?
28.
28?
Yeah.
I mean...
21 to 28.
I think they would let Butler
I feel like he'll be older. It depends on whenever this...
That's Tibbs' man, though.
Just really quickly.
And they have some holes other to fill out. Just also power forward and point guard.
Looking salary-wise, Ricky Rubio is making $14 million. They want to move him. Gorgie Dang's making $15. They want to move him. Cole Aldridge is making $6. He comes off about the same year. You can definitely still max Wiggins and Cat after that, and you can afford technically 3 max players if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And so you'd be fine, and you can fill out that bench and do just fine. But also, you two hate me for this. I don't know how you feel. Wiggins, I do not think will ever be one of the top tier players. I think he'll be very good. I think he'll be a consistent all-star. I just don't think he would have ever...
What do you mean top? Like what? Top 10?
If you're a consistent all-star, you're a top player.
Okay, but...
Top 10? What's it?
That's-
What's your definition?
That's pushing his top
A
10.
number one
Okay.
option? Or
I don't.
just,
Like,
like,
that's what I was getting at. I don't think he would have ever been a number one option on a very good
So
team.
you
or a
think
good
he's
team.
like he could be 15th best in the league?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because coming in, like you heard, oh, he's the next LeBron, and like you hear, oh, he's going to average high 20s
Yeah.
and all this stuff, and I just don't think that's realistic because he has developed a lot, and he does.
He
Score
almost
a lot
is, he
for-
almost is already averaging high 20s, and he's 22 years
Okay,
old.
but I mean, he's going to plateau. I mean, just because he's averaging that at 21 doesn't mean he's going to keep going up.
Oh, I mean, he
And
very
like-
easily could.
Okay, that's easy.
I think
say-
he'll be a top 10.
I feel like when I
along
say
with
this, y'all
Pat.
think I'm saying he's
I
going to
say
suck.
you still
He's
have to
not
like.
going to
no.
suck.
I say you still have to buy in on his potential, like. Cause
Yeah, I'm not saying burn him and like get rid of him. I'm just saying like being like, oh well, we want Wiggins and we want him to be our first option. When you have Butler, who's proven to be that number one option, and Cat, who absolutely be a number one option, it's like you'll be okay. It's not.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I just think I don't know. They have to find the right point guard. For me, the right point guard in this situation would be a guy like George Hill. Someone
I'm
pass the
about
ball and get out of the way.
Yeah.
shoot.
Right, well, you definitely don't
play
need
D.
a ball handler or a
Yeah,
Someone
ball dominant.
They don't need a
guard
Chris
after that.
Paul.
Yeah.
or Rick.
I've
like-
heard Kyle Lowry.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
I think that could work too. He is a little.
Well, he scores a lot.
He's a little ball dominant, but I think
He'll have to give it up.
he would have to see that you
Well,
know
that's-
he's
This he was
30.
the second best player on this team, right? I mean, with the Raptors.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, in like, he played for Houston and
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
yeah.
Yeah, he would
I
have
mean,
to be
you
like,
could argue he
I'll
wasn't
just
as good.
pass it. Y'all score a
Yeah.
lot.
And I feel like
Leads to a
I feel like
playoff.
he'd adjust. Like
Yeah.
he'd be fine just being
I mean
This guy.
he's 30 years old.
that too.
So
I
I
think
think
they're like a quarter life crisis. So
for him, I think you know it's at this stage in his career, he has to realize I made my All-Star games, and now
I've made my money.
well,
Let me make my money again.
Right.
And
and that's the
I
thing.
think like this
Can
is the last opportunity.
Can the
pretty much, right?
Timberwolves pay him that much money?
I don't think he'll.
Should they?
that's true.
That is.
Yeah, no.
Do you think he gets max money?
How much did he make in
Toronto's gonna offer him close to the max.
Yeah.
Mm.
If that's
Go to Toronto and check out his.
I would take.
if
the
that's
max
the if
on
that's the
Kyle.
case, I wouldn't.
I would probably take George Hill, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because.
For me, George Hill's like the perfect point
Yeah,
guard for
really
so
is.
many teams.
But
Like
what if
Utah, San Antonio.
Okay,
Like
what if you do this? What if you sign him to like if you can somehow convince him to do it like a 2-year?
yeah, no, that'd be
Kinda
perfect.
deal.
If you could get him to like take a shorter contract with, and even then a short contract, but pay him like $25 a year for that short contract, and then that way Wiggins and Cat their extensions would then kick in. That would just set you up financially, and then Kyle would be 32, and then he'd say, okay, now I'll sign my long-term cheap deal. But it's just whether or not Kyle will do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things for players, with free agency coming up, a lot of things for players is that long-term like commitment. They want that 4th or 5th year on those
That option.
contracts.
Mhm.
Which is so weird to me. It's like how much they want that option
Yeah.
because they always accept it. So it's like, why do you want that option so bad? And you're just gonna say
yeah,
yes.
just nice knowing you have
Yeah.
it.
Like,
Okay.
if
Yeah.
things go wrong, just be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like looking at the things like we just talked about with the Timberwolves salary wise, they have kind of some iffy contracts. Like Cole Aldridge making $6 million, $7 million, which isn't bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Pekovic making 11, which is terrible. Gorgie Jang making 16, which I think is terrible.
Yeah, it's
There's, if they somehow move Dang, somehow move, well, I guess Pekovic could just walk next year, somehow move Aldridge, they could do a lot. They could really do a lot. Whether it's this year, next year,
yeah.
moving forward, whatever.
The one problem is that like Tibbs is very much my man. He's going to be in my. I know Gorgie's one of his guys.
Jeez.
Is
Jimmy
it?
Butler.
Yeah.
He loves Gorgie
Like he's
J.
been quoted as saying, "I love Gorgie Jane."
He has a shirt.
Yeah,
I
he-
heart Gorgie
He's gonna
Jang.
make 17 mil in 2020.
That's way too much.
Wow.
he's a Gorgie J fan.
Oh,
So
gosh.
I don't know.
Learn
And
something new every
also
day.
Tibbs is also a guy who I could very well see bringing in Derrick Rose into this situation.
I did hear rumors about
Okay,
that.
okay, well, then that brings us to question, because Derrick Rose was on a max contract. Derrick Rose is very stubborn. I don't think he takes any
Super team.
less.
I think it would take less to pair up with Tibbs and Butler.
I really don't think so, because
I don't think they should go for him.
he's a very...
No,
he
they
seems,
shouldn't, but they
Right.
will because
he seems
Tibbs.
very stubborn. Like,
No, he-
very much like,
yeah.
I'm doing this,
He
this is what I'm
seems
doing.
perfect for the Knicks.
And so, yeah.
It's just-
Yeah,
And so,
he's a Knicks guy.
I mean, if you're going to argue they get Derrick Rose, want to just be like, let's just go with Kyle Lowry, someone we know can...
I say George Hill. I mean, he'd
Yeah.
definitely be cheaper.
I didn't think about George Hill until Blake mentioned it. That's really smart.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
It's like a Rubio who doesn't hold the ball.
Hey,
a lot.
Tibbs, sign me up.
Any other key free agents?
Well,
Oh.
let's just get into free agency first
Yeah,
of all.
yeah.
Yeah, we kind of just talked about.
we've been
Oh,
in it.
one more trade to discuss
What trade is that?
quietly. It just quietly
Quietly
happened.
traded.
Dwight Howard to the
Oh,
Hornets.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
At one point, the best center in the
And
NBA
easily the best center in the
was now traded for a second-round pick, and
The mighty
He's a
fun.
top
Cash.
5 center.
Yeah, he's still good.
oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was good with Atlanta.
He's decent.
He's still gonna get you 12 rebounds
Yeah,
a game.
12 and 12.
12 and
That's
12.
that's a nice night.
How many games did he play?
That's sad.
Last season.
What?
Not
He's
not
really
stats
good.
a
wise
decent
for
amount.
Dwight.
Just so
That's
how
really
because he was
sad.
just like
Yeah.
elite.
At one time, Dwight was like a 20 and 14 and 3 block guy.
That's really sad.
Man, I was watching some old Dwight Howard highlights. He could play, man. He
Yeah.
was dominant.
What do you think his problem is? Do you think it was attitude or the back problems?
I think a little bit of both. Man, I just
I was really surprised they traded him. I thought
Yeah.
things seemed to be going
Yeah.
well in Atlanta.
it just I don't know. Quietly, Atlanta. I think Atlanta's quietly like a. I don't know.
Well, they're rebuilding
It's
now,
like-
right?
Paul
Is it
Millsap's-
quietly at this point?
Paul Millsap's gonna leave. Dwight's gone. I don't
The
know.
Hawks have had some great teams
I
like
mean-
for them the last
Yeah,
like
they
3
have
years.
for them.
They have
the
the
4 seed
second
and the 1
longest.
seed and the 1 seed. They were the 1 seed LeBron's first year in Cleveland, and
Yeah.
then like the 2 seed I think the year after. Yeah, there's this
They have the second longest playoff
streak. Yeah,
playoff
That's
streak
so
in the
funny.
So I'm
NBA.
guessing the Spurs.
But I think
Spurs,
I
yeah.
think they just got like tired of just being not necessarily.
Average.
Yeah, essentially just making the playoffs and knowing it's essentially the road through Cleveland or the LeBron-led team in the East, whatever it may be. So they're just like, whatever. We're
Look
tired.
at me.
We're tired of trying.
You'll hear.
Let's just tank or whatever and try to get
Start
some young
over.
players. Yeah,
Yeah,
essentially.
I think Shiloh probably loves that because like he's very much of like
Yeah.
you're either top or you're bottom.
Yeah.
He's like
If you're like a 4 through 8 seed every year, there's no reason for you to exist. Like tank.
So the Mavericks just
Maybe
just
okay,
sell
5
teams.
through 8 seed. If you can't get home court advantage in the playoffs, then
I don't know. I
It's
think
smart.
I
It's
think
smart.
it's
I mean,
unmatched,
the Spurs were the 7th seed in 2009. Should they have tanked?
they were the Spurs. Like they
There's
they were
exceptions to
still-
every rule.
They were
they were the
great.
Spurs.
They were.
They were a great 7th
You're
seed.
comparing. Oh my! I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
yeah, free
that-
agency starts Saturday.
Yeah.
Kind of like
They
going
have
in,
direction.
going into the season, everyone's like, oh, it's not that big of a class, all this stuff. This class is quietly like very crucial.
Yeah. There's a lot of. I mean, it doesn't have the top name. Well, it still does have the top names. Like KD and Steph are still free agents, but we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Derrick
didn't even-
Rose.
I didn't even put-
froze someone in what 2008, 2009, and then they woke up again. They're like, Derrick Rose is free agent. I hope he stays in Chicago.
You're like, he's in New York.
I have a lot to tell you. You're gonna want to sit down for this.
But yeah, like there's a lot of like you said, not top, guys, but there's a lot of
There's some A
Very-
minus stars.
Yeah.
A minus
He's a
stars.
very good.
because then you have
Players.
Gordon Hayward, regardless of how you feel about him. Blake Griffin, who's still
He's
very
good.
good. Kyle Lowry, who could still be good on a good, okay team. Drew Holiday, who is still fairly young.
I think he just
Yeah.
needs to stay healthy. That's
Yeah.
his thing.
He
Which
made
is
the
a big
he made
thing
the All Star game several
with
years ago.
76ers.
Yep.
Serge Ibaka, who I think could be very crucial on a good team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All kinds of guys. Nerlens Noel,
I
can take a
like-
couple.
I feel like the big trio is Gordon, Blake, and Kyle, and then like very good starters after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot
sure.
of those like important pieces, but none of the like
Like the George
this dude we
Hills.
need.
Yeah.
Well, I think people like players like George Hill. They could, low key be like maybe the final piece some teams need.
Yeah.
to
Oh
like,
yeah,
just-
there's a lot of those like
but it's it.
final pieces.
Yeah.
Problem is, there's only one team that. But, anyways,
Man, okay, so quickly, I was thinking about this when the Rockets made that trade. Because I was always indifferent about the Warriors because I like Klay Thompson, not Klay Thompson. I like Steph Curry a lot, and he's a good guy and all that stuff.
speak your hatred.
I
I
realized
don't like Klay Thompson. Put that on record.
yesterday when they made the trade, I was just like, I hate the Warriors. They've like made the NBA like boring, and everyone's like, we gotta beat them, and it's just like so lame.
It's
Yeah,
interesting
you
to
gotta
watch,
do it. Yeah.
but
No, it won't be. It's just
I have hope that things get interesting in the playoffs next year, just like I had hope this year that
Yeah.
maybe the Jazz beat the Warriors.
They're all like going to gang up on the Warriors one
That's
year.
essentially it, yeah.
Every player's gonna
Yep,
go to
they're
one
about,
team.
alright, we gotta beat the Warriors.
It will be
now.
the West versus or the East.
The
versus
sad thing
the
is,
Warriors.
it's gonna
The
be
East All-Stars
it's gonna be
versus
like
Warriors.
the Banana Boat Boys are gonna try
Yeah.
to team up against the Warriors, and it's gonna end horribly
Oh,
for
that
them.
That's just gonna be a
Part of me
sad.
thinks, like, I mean, you see Team USA, but that's the lower comments. Part of me thinks they won't be able to play together. The Banana Boat guys.
But why would they? They'll all be like, by
50
whatever
They're
time
like 34,
they get
35.
together. Yeah.
Next
I mean, I know it's
next
LeBron
year,
and like.
That's all it'd be, though, is cute.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like,
would love that so much.
next year they're all free agents. So I don't know. Melo,
I'll go to Houston.
Melo could I think do his thing. CP3 and Wade.
That's it.
I don't know what they would do. It would be they would get to the finals in the East and then just get swept.
literally
It'd be like-
run off the court. Because,
Yeah.
like,
It'd
it's
essentially be
40.
like that big
It's
three
next
that
year,
they
though.
use.
Run
It'd
off,
be next
though.
year.
Yeah.
No, I mean literally, like,
Oh, okay,
speed.
yeah.
Wade,
Well,
Wade,
literally.
Wade and Melo would not be able to guard anybody.
No.
Yeah.
So that
They would win 2 games at least.
What's that?
No.
What's
Yes.
that bench looking like?
At least 2.
they would win one
George Hill.
maybe.
No.
They would win one
Jared Smith,
maybe.
James Jones.
Whatever the bench was when they
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
Have you noticed with Carmelo, like on Twitter, every summer they show Carmelo like working out. It's like, ooh, an icy jumper, and then
Hey,
just
that's
duds.
a smooth
Just-
jumper.
yeah, and then
When he
just
makes
duds in
that,
the season.
woo!
I'm like,
What do you mean duds? He
Yeah,
averaged 22 a game.
yeah, but like it's not. Everybody's like, oh, he's gonna have a breakout year this year, and they show him like working out in the gym.
I don't know.
Like,
If you're expecting a
I just
32-year-old,
I want
Melo.
Olympic. I want
Melo
Olympic
is
Melo.
very boring.
Yeah, I just want Melo to be on a great team for
He just
once.
needs help,
Yes,
yeah.
he's great on the Knicks,
Good.
but like, come
Melo
on.
would fit
Let's
perfectly
go
on the
somewhere.
Spurs.
Let's-
He's just
let's-
boring.
he's not boring.
He's very boring.
He was
His game is so boring.
the
Now,
deadliest
now.
ISO
Did he
player.
punch a ref once?
Now.
I could have sworn that happened. Like he accidentally punched. a
Oh
ref
no, that was
once.
Carlos Boozer.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's the same player,
Car-
right?
Carlos Boozer against the Mavs back in 2012,
whatever.
2013. He like made it like a shot and then turned around and just straight up just whacked that ref right in the nuts. It was
Well, would Melo count as a free agent? Because I've heard a lot of like, oh, he could get bought out and
Yeah.
go somewhere.
well
Currently, no.
from what I heard. So Phil Jackson was just let go by the Knicks, and basically, the Knicks were basically like, we're not gonna buy out Melo. We're either gonna trade him or keep him. So
That makes sense. I mean, he's their best player. You could argue. One could argue.
Right.
yeah, you could argue.
So you might as well want to get
Did y'all see
assets out of it
the
if you can.
rumors that the Knicks are looking at Isaiah Thomas to be their
Yep, that was.
president of basketball operations?
Oh.
I mean, they
Wasn't
tried.
he already?
They tried that for
Yeah.
9
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was arguably worse than Phil.
It was.
It was pretty bad.
Anyway, yeah, free agency Saturday.
Yeah, we were talking about free agency.
Do you think Melo will stay on the Knicks?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so, but yeah.
Well,
At least
if,
like at the end of this
if
free
they
agency thing.
if
yeah.
they don't, it'll be a very sad trade. It'll be
I
a
don't think
very
you
sad
I don't think you
trade.
can get a lot of value from Melo. I mean,
No.
especially with what you
Knicks
just saw
fans
from
just
Paul.
keep getting hit, going with the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Knicks fans.
next season, where will Gordon Hayward play?
Boston.
Well,
I think,
yeah,
I
so
really think Boston.
He's
I
set
was
up his
taking-
meetings.
See that?
He's meeting with Miami first on Saturday, the day free
Dark
agency
horse. Dark
opens.
horse.
Very
Who?
dark. Miami. He's meeting with Miami first on Saturday, and then Boston, and then closing it out in Utah.
So pick a team. Who's he?
He's your boy, so
Who's he playing with?
You're the insider scoop on all
You
things
gotta
Gordon
pick
Hayward.
one.
I
You gotta
love
pick one.
Gordon Hayward. Man. Personally, I hope he goes to Utah. I hope he just stays in Utah and tries his best. But
Personally, who do you think has better potential with Gordon Hayward on their team, Boston or Utah?
Boston. In the end, it's still going to be the same thing. Whether he goes to Boston, I don't think they're beating Cleveland, or if he goes to Utah, they're not beating Golden State. But
They
I
have a
think-
better shot to beat Cleveland if Gordon
Yeah,
goes to
I
Boston.
think so. Yeah.
I still don't see it happening. But I
It's
think
weird.
he's gonna be a Celtic. I don't give the Heat much. But apparently, I heard reports that during the finals, the Heat were actually the front runner. For some reason.
that's my
Yeah, why
prediction.
are the
You
Heat the
can't-
front runner Gordon and I've heard Blake rumblings in
Yeah.
Miami. Why Miami?
Pat
You have
Riley.
to-
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley just sits there with this cat, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
feel like it's Godfather type.
He's like
Yeah.
the most like mob owner. there
darkly
is.
lit Italian restaurant. You know,
Just like a
he's all
cigar in the
have an offer
ashtray.
for you.
I mean, they
You
got
don't-
Deion Waiters, but I mean,
Why not?
He's unrestricted. too,
Dragic.
right?
Imagine if they land Blake and Hayward. They could have Dragic, Waiters, Hayward, Griffin,
Like,
You said
Whiteside.
imagine like we'd be like, oh, but just like okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that'd be very decent for Miami.
So
Could
yeah,
they beat
that's my
Cleveland, though?
No one's
Miami?
gonna
No,
do
nobody's going to Miami.
that's my prediction for Gordon Hayward. He goes Miami.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
that. Wow.
What makes you say that?
I would
Pat Riley?
cry.
It's just like
Gordon.
a hunch. I know it sounds like a weird
Gordon.
detective,
I feel you on that.
but
yeah.
I just have a hunch that he's gonna go to Miami. And it's just like,
It's like that dark rumbling in your stomach. You're like,
Yeah,
someone's
'cause-
going in Miami.
because I thought whenever like the season was over and like, oh, his wife leaked, he's going to the Celtics, and then I saw the picture a month later. It was literally just his daughter in a shirt that had a 4-leaf clover on
Yeah,
it,
say a lot.
and it's like, okay, calm down. And it is
His wife also just posted something on Instagram where she was like reading a bunch of like kids' letters they had sent Gordon Hayward, asking him not to leave.
well, I mean that's sweet.
Could you imagine being Gordon Hayward and reading like a 6-year-old like
He's just laughing.
Yeah. like a 6-year-old Utah Blake's letter? Like, dear Gordon
Or a
Hayward.
19-year-old
Yeah,
Matt
what if
fan
Dirk?
Blake.
What if Dirk left and he wrote you a handwritten letter? Would you forgive him a little more? Apologizing. He was apologizing in the letter.
Yeah, I find it in my heart to forgive him.
So yeah, no like legitimate reasoning behind it. I just feel like he's going to Miami, and
Oh, man.
we're always gonna be like, oh.
I'm surprised. They're kind of like the Spurs of the East in terms of like organization run. How
Yeah.
their organization is run. Maybe not play style. but
It's weird because I do agree with that, but then they screw stuff up a lot.
that's true too.
It's, I don't know, they have a lot of the big names in the front office, and Spoelstra's proven to be a good coach.
Which I
And they have a lot of good pieces too, so it wouldn't be like a dumb decision for Hayward to go there.
No.
He'd go to the East, and they could potentially be the second or even the best team in the East.
If
So
I'm gonna be that guy, he'd make more money there.
No,
State
a lot
tax.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No
yeah,
state
that's a
tax.
good argument. A lot of people.
no state taxes. Miami's a great place to live.
If you're
Honestly,
old.
would you rather live in Utah, Miami, or
Miami.
Boston?
Oh,
I like cold
Miami.
weather personally, but then again,
I do
if I'm offered a lot of money and then
yeah. That's what my thing was. Like, especially with Darren Williams and
Yeah.
Dwight
Yeah.
Howard, I was like, wait, so you're gonna go to New York over Dallas, and and you can get paid significantly more in Dallas,
Yeah.
like after taxes. And all
Well, that's what I thought when he went to Houston. I was like, you could have gone to Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a better city. No
That-
offense, Houston people, but I
No.
think it's true.
No
Yeah.
offense.
offense.
Yeah,
Your
offense.
humid city is awful.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so
this is an anti-Houston podcast now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
David's Miami. I'm saying Boston.
I got Boston.
I think he'll stay in Utah, but I think I'll stay in Utah. But I want him to go to Boston
Let's go
because
Mormon.
it's just it'd be so perfect because the whole Larry Bird situation, the Celtics, and
Please do
Gordon
not
Hayward.
speak that evil
Is Gordon Hayward the best
white player.
American white player since Larry Bird?
Kevin Love in his prime, in his heyday in mini.
I'll still take Gordon.
That's
Can I
what I
take? Can I have neither?
So that's why I go
I
to
don't want
Boston.
either.
I
So
don't know.
that's
Who else would you?
But let's
American-wise.
first of all let's never compare Gordon Hayward to Larry Bird.
and American white basketball players. You can.
No, you
That's just
can't
how sad
because
it is.
they're
You
not
don't need to
close
step
at
up your
all
game.
on
That's
talent
just-
level.
Can I?
But
be
in a
dismissed?
category,
He's-
tough.
That's like second, but that's like saying that's just a sad
That's a
second.
category.
Yeah, but
It's the only thing to compare
That's like
between
being.
those two.
It's like being. Is Luke Kennard, whatever, the second best player from Ohio since LeBron? It's like that's
Yeah.
such a specific.
That's
ESPN stat right there.
Yeah, like it's the most ESPN stat.
so
So is your official thing? Boston,
Yeah,
or
because
Utah?
the only thing that I think he could go to Boston, but with Danny Ainge, like he's not doing anything, and
He's just not
it's-
trading. He's not
well,
trading
it's
because he didn't like
frustrating.
assets.
he's waiting to get PG-13 supposedly because he wants Hayward first, just so he can figure out the cap situation, which makes sense.
I saw something. The Pacers offered Paul George and wanted the Boston Celtics first round picks next year, 2 of them.
Yeah,
right?
the
And
a
a starter.
pick and the Lakers pick
And a starter.
and
And they still didn't like. I feel like that's a
Oh
good.
gosh, that's so much.
That's not.
That's okay.
That's
two
18-year-olds.
unreal players that don't exist,
Yeah.
and Avery Bradley.
If you always look at the future pick of players that don't exist, you're
And-
never gonna take assets.
What is what
And
is
they still would have the Nets pick, or they still have so many other picks.
Okay, but that's probably the first pick, and then what other pick? The Lakers pick. They're probably not making the playoffs
Top
next year.
10?
Well, the Lakers pick is 2nd through 5th protected, and if that doesn't convey, then it's the which
So I'll just say 2 lottery picks.
it's
I'll just say
the
two-
Kings pick in 2019.
It's
Which
I'll
is
like-
say,
also a
I'll say
high
2
pick.
lottery picks, and
Yeah.
I forgot what side I was on.
And
But they could
I think you were
You're on,
that trade
you're on
or
anti that trade.
yeah.
you could probably still swing and say.
No,
"Alright,
I was
we-
for
we-"
that trade.
No,
No, you were.
I don't know my own opinions.
because
You were saying it was a lot to go 2 lottery.
I think I
picks and a
convinced.
starter.
Oh yeah, I was.
Because
So-
Boston is in it for now.
Well,
Did they want to be the number 3 seed in 2020? Which was what they're going for, but they're going to be the number 3 seed next year too, or 2 seed. Whatever.
I see the reason Danny Ainge is hesitant because it's like, do I want to compete now where I'm probably not going to win anything, or do I want to compete in 5 years?
You
When I
don't
do
know.
that?
well, probably won't win.
All right, so if they get hypothetically if they get Paul George and Gordon Hayward, they still won't beat the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I
They
think
have a
that's
great
so,
shot.
That's so
I
many
think-
lineup
I think
problems.
they
I think they
can.
could beat him with just Gordon Hayward.
That's
on
a
the
lot.
line.
First of all, that's a lot of talent.
Yeah, I think even Gordon, IT,
And I
Al
know
Horford.
chemistry.
It's
and,
a lot
like,
of talent. but
basketball.
I
Well,
just,
it's still pretty.
who,
I'll say Gordon Hayward. I think they could beat
the
with
Cavs
just
still
him.
have the 2 best players on the court in that series.
I still feel it could work out because I feel Gordon Hayward would be okay.
IT is better than Kyrie at the moment.
Really?
I don't know.
IT.
I can see.
Well, first I'm crazy.
balling.
So the picks is that 2 lottery picks next year. Colin Sexton is a very good player.
He averaged 0.9 assists per game in high school.
He's still going to be a very good player.
0.9 assists per game.
High school. If we're gonna do high school stats, there's
Let me
players
see
who have
that
averaged
stat.
over
Let me see.
40 points in high school and haven't been anything. So Colin Sexton's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Every other Arizona center, DeAndre Ayton's gonna be okay. Anyway, and then a starter. Okay, that's not that great.
Yeah. We don't know if those players are ever going to be like
Yeah.
all-stars.
Okay, so that I don't like that argument though, because then you'll just never take future picks in, or you'll never draft anyone.
But if,
Like, we don't know
if
if
you're the
he's gonna
Celtics, are you just... Why'd you sign Al Horford last year if you're not trying to win now?
That's just a good
I
question.
think they're
in
trying to
general.
do both. A little
And
bit.
then why'd they trade the number 1 pick?
Yeah. Why
If
did
you're
you
not.
So,
Feels
I don't
like
know.
I don't
I forgot what side I was on that again. Anyway, go ahead. What we were talking about earlier.
Danny Ainge doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't-
That
I don't
means no
know.
one knows what he's
I don't know, because like last year I was
Yeah.
so on board with like the Celtics getting Paul George to compete with the Cavs, because I think they would have had a 6 or 7 game series with the Cavs if they got Paul George. And then so I was like, okay, they're gonna get the number 1 pick. You're okay, Danny. I forgive you. You're gonna get Markelle Fultz or something. You're gonna get Markelle Fultz, and you're gonna have a great lineup of Fultz and IT. But no, they trade down
That's not a very good
to
line.
get Jason Tatum, and then they didn't get a
Well, they
player
would have
or
taken
anything.
Tatum first either way, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm just like, are you playing for 2020 or are you playing for now? If you're playing for 2020, trade Isaiah Thomas
Trade Isaiah-
and get somebody. Yeah.
Or keep the number 1 pick and draft Markelle Fultz. And why'd you sign Al Horford last summer
I think
if you're not in winning now mode?
it's definitely a hard thing because you're like, well, because using your argument that I don't like is like, well, this guy could never turn into anything. But then you
Well,
could
they
be like,
still could. I'm not saying. I don't know. I just say.
it's a hard situation.
Yeah,
Like,
it's. I
It's hard
think.
being
I think
an
they're
NBA
trying.
GM.
I think they're trying to balance
Of
it.
a good
you know,
team.
you want to balance it because they have enough assets to where you could still say we're gonna win now, but we're also gonna keep Tatum and Brown and have these talented players who 5 years from now are gonna be our best players and
Yeah.
keep us contending.
Yeah, I think they're trying to contend now while building
Yeah.
other players, but the players they're trying to build up are already too good. So you're just
Yeah,
like,
they're-
well,
Yeah, it's very.
yeah.
I don't know if you can have
It's
both.
not the
Yeah.
worst problem being. You know,
Yeah, no,
considering-
definitely.
Are they the best situation in the NBA right
They've
now?
been in the best
'Cause
situation for like the last
Because-
decade.
the last decade, I don't know.
Yeah.
KG, Ray Allen.
So they have, competing now,
Yeah.
if you want to call it competing, and they can compete in the future. Is there any other team that's competing now and in the future?
Maybe the Bucks. Maybe
They're not competing.
just because how
Maybe
good
the
Giannis
playoffs.
is.
I wouldn't say they're competing now.
Yeah.
Giannis is very good.
Yeah, Giannis. So yeah, I wouldn't. It's probably not. There's no team that can say that they're doing this.
Yeah.
So
Because-
I don't know if there's a precedent for it actually. So
Yeah. So
Alright, so Jazz, Heat,
back to Gordon Hayward.
Jazz, Heat, right?
yes.
Celtics.
Celtics.
I
Alright.
say I want him
and-
to go to the Celtics, but I do think he'll go.
So
So next.
theoretically,
free agent.
also just theoretically, they would also trade and get Paul George. Theoretically, and we're saying that would at least that would close the gap between them and Cleveland.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, that'd be-
So what
that
else
would
would they?
so
y'all-
easily put
y'all
it
don't-
past.
Wait,
I don't know.
Favorite.
It was y'all two were saying y'all don't think they could make
No,
it.
I'm the.
Oh, I think they would.
I think I'm the
With
only
just
one
Gordon.
that's
Okay.
saying that they wouldn't be able to.
So
beat
what else would they
Cleveland.
need?
A center.
I guess you could.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, but I still think it's super talented though. I mean, the
Yeah.
Warriors don't have a center.
That's
could
true.
argue.
No one,
Zaza?
no one needs a center.
What if-
anymore.
Respect to
What
former
if
Mavericks
this-
Zaza
I've been telling you.
but
Like how you broke. What if the Celtics got like Jonas Valanciunas or something?
or under Drummond.
I love Drummond.
That's what I keep
Yeah.
saying. Or
Danny Ainge, you
DeAndre.
listening?
DeAndre. Jalen Brown for DeAndre. Straight up.
All right.
You know
anyway,
Dave's not gonna do that.
Blake Griffin.
Will the Clippers? Will Doc Rivers do that?
Blake Griffin's a.
Yeah, it's time to move on. I'm
Okay,
getting
Blake
crazy.
Griffin.
Blake Griffin is a free agent as well.
Yeah.
If you asked me 2 days ago if I think he's going back to
Clippers.
I probably still would have said no. I think Chris Paul was probably the most likely to go back. And now that he's not going back, I think they need to blow up the team like they should have done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Blake Griffin I don't know where he could go. I mean,
I think
Boston.
he'd just be good in wherever he goes, honestly. But I really don't think he could really elevate it.
I mean, if you think about it, Blake Griffin's game has expanded a lot since his rookie year.
Much.
I hate the argument that it hasn't. He has a mid-range jumper now. He can even step back and hit about 33, 34% from threes, which isn't great, but it's respectable.
He can post up decently.
His game is weird down there, but it works. He can get 5 or 6 assists per game as a power forward.
Last year he averaged
crazy.
21 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists.
That's a great line. I think the only reason he's not respected as much is because of the injuries he's had the last 2
Maybe
years.
because sometimes people see him as a complainer.
Yeah,
I mean,
punching situation.
he's fallen a lot from the limelight when he was the young star, and now people are just kind of tired of him.
How old is he now?
Fatigue.
25?
I think he's like
what an old bozo.
Yeah.
I think he's a little older than that.
A little older, but
Yeah, I think he's like 27.
27?
But yeah,
looking up-
what,
No,
So
because
is he-
Jordan's 28, isn't he?
DeAndre Jordan's like
right,
28.
Blake Griffin's 28. This is
Okay.
the prime of his career.
Yeah.
So this is like his chance to cash in
So
on
what
the
are the
big-
teams that are looking for?
OKC, right?
Boston,
Oh,
OKC,
no.
and Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
So Boston,
And-
Phoenix.
Or my three.
Clippers.
Yeah.
So
okay.
leaving
The
Clippers.
Clippers are supposedly all in on keeping Blake Griffin, and they're the only one who can offer him that 5-year supermax
which
contract.
is huge. Like, it's a
Yeah.
big deal.
So at
Even
the,
if it's in
the last year of that contract, Blake Griffin would be making like $40-something million.
that's
No one,
almost more
That's
than
a
the
nice
NFL.
life.
yeah, no one can offer him that same amount of money.
What would be another?
Or the LA life.
What would you compare the 40 million? Like, if he went to another team, how much would he make in that year?
Like 30.
30. So it'd be a 10 million bonus,
It's,
basically.
it's about $10 million more than he can make anywhere else.
40 million.
So
That's nice.
Which
I
he's
would
still
happily
making
play
bank
for
in.
like a 21 team.
He's
You
still
got
making
ads,
bank in ads and
sponsorships.
sponsorships.
yeah, he's still got all the Kia sponsorships.
Same with LeBron. LeBron should take a vet min. He's got all that money with everything else. LeBron, take the vet min. Get your super team together.
But yeah,
But-
like he might be, in my opinion, the kind of one where you're like, it's weird because everywhere you can make an argument for, but everywhere you can make an argument against.
Right.
Yeah,
I see you have Phoenix here. That's
Yeah, because right before we started the podcast,
Yeah, there's
Really?
Reports
that
that-
he's beating them.
Saturday,
Ah,
and they're gonna offer him the max. Is that what it said?
I saw a lot
They're-
of numbers.
they're
so
definitely-
Yeah.
they're definitely any team
It was
that
a
gets
4-year
him.
deal, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
any team besides the Clippers would only get him the 4-year deal.
Which,
So
that would be
that's still
interesting. Phoenix.
yeah.
On the
Phoenix,
Suns, yeah, I
they're
mean,
they're
so
kind of
athletic.
they're
Yeah.
kind of ready to break out of the rebuilding mode. If you think about it, they've got their pieces.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know about yet.
I say they've got their pieces though, and there's no point of just sitting around and just continually getting
but
pieces when you have your 2 definite stars in Booker and Jackson, and then you've got a bunch of solid veteran guys who can teach these guys still how to win. So I think Phoenix is ready to just make the jump, get Blake Griffin, and go
I
forward.
mean, what, they made the playoffs 3 years ago? Right?
Oh, they got close.
Oh, they got close.
Yeah. So I don't know. I say, do they get Blake Griffin? I don't think so.
Bless you.
I think even with Blake, they'd
Bless
be like a number 6.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Number 6 seed. That's what
At
I'm saying. Like,
best,
I
yeah.
think they would be competing with
They
the Thunder.
they'd
no,
be-
no, 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 no.
they'd be competing for that bottom spot.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But-
and I think Blake will be like, I kind of want to compete with the top 4 teams.
Yeah, I
in the
think at this point,
conference.
Blake would probably. I feel like Blake would, unless he's just in it.
Tell me how Blake feels.
I mean, if I was Blake Griffin, or
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
feel like, I feel like he should feel like,
If he was
but that's-
24, totally different
Yeah,
situation.
but
Yeah.
I think he wants to win, especially going in the playoffs so much and like kind of just like
And
getting on for
being a
second
Clipper.
round. Yeah.
And being a big guy, that was.
I also
also
think he wants to be happy.
Does he
Probably
be happy?
top there.
Because now
Would he
Chris,
be happy in Phoenix?
I think so. Chris Paul's not yelling at him.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Yeah,
He's
they
gonna have a
atmosphere.
very
Phoenix,
stress-free
Phoenix
life.
only gets their point guards bad, and then they trade him.
Yeah.
Phoenix is a
Like
top
your-
5 city, too, population-wise.
Would Blake Griffin?
I
Have a lot of
I never
people.
knew this.
They have a lot of people. Phoenix is underrated as a city.
I know he shouldn't be, but would he be the number 1 option if he went to Phoenix? He shouldn't be, obviously, because Booker's a better scorer. And
Yeah, with that,
I think
with him going there,
year
that
one, he'd be first option. I
would
think
that
that
hinder Booker's progress, though, you think, or no?
I think it would help Booker. I mean, because they would just
take off pressure.
take off pressure, free him up on the outside, and just give him. Booker's really good in the pick and roll, something that he never did at Kentucky. He's actually a great ball handler in the pick and roll, and so I think that would just give him another weapon, help expand his game even more.
Man, he's one of the weird ones this year. Is like.
Because you have no idea.
He's
He's actually the second option. So Boston and OKC are other teams. Or Boston is another team you mentioned. They're only getting Blake if they don't get Gordon. So
yeah.
Unless he takes a drastic.
How would he go to OKC with all the Enes Kanter contracts and Steven Adams?
They just have to
they'd have to
be a trade.
They'd have to get rid of Kanter. If they got rid of Kanter, they could do it.
Which would be fine.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
But then they wouldn't have like really anything for their bench now.
Because I think.
Oh, no.
I think
Yeah,
what.
Canner, their number one bench option.
Canner. Because I mean.
You would maybe consider moving Oladipo to the sixth man at this point.
I think
Cause
you gotta get rid of Oladipo, honestly, just because of his contract. I'm very big.
You hate contracts.
No, I'm very big on like production.
And 23-year-old players.
No,
who
because
still
like
have
if you're, why are you comfortable paying a 23-year-old who hasn't
I'm not.
developed?
I didn't make that contract.
Who hasn't developed? You're defending it. Who hasn't developed any $21 million? Like an injured 30-year-old on the Mavericks, $17 million, who has a torn Achilles. Not
Hey,
anymore.
he showed Wesley Matthews showed loyalty.
No, Wes.
I say that up.
Extremely inconsistent.
He's still a good defender.
Kind of
Super
okay
good
on
defender.
defense sometimes.
No, he's
Hey,
really good on
He's
defense.
gonna get on Dennis Smith Jr. all the time in practice.
Okay,
That's not what
fine.
we're arguing about.
That's
though.
fine.
He's got
Cool.
the veteran
It's
presence.
just I don't
locker room
understand
presence.
paying-
You can't buy that.
That's my soapbox, is paying people way too much money.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of these contracts that were especially in OKC, a lot of these contracts were paid when everyone thought the salary was gonna jump and jump and jump. And yeah, it's still going up, but at a much slower pace than expected.
Because of
So
what
now
we
we
saw after the finals is because of people are not watching as much as they thought they would.
Yeah. So now we have even the Timberwolves, Gorgie Jang's contract, and then with the Thunder with Canners and Adams and Oladipo's contract, people were just spending way too much last summer, and now that's kind of biting them in the butt this summer.
Like I mentioned, that's way too much for Oladipo.
Yeah.
$21 million. That's what 3 away from the max this year. It's 24.
Yeah, 25 I think would have been the max extension for him.
Which
But
is-
yeah, basically, if Oklahoma City can just somehow get Canner or Oladipo or Adams off the books, they could definitely go after Blake.
Which would any of y'all? Sorry. Would any
Yeah,
of y'all
I'd be comfortable doing that.
Yeah. Would any of y'all be uncomfortable with that? Because
I just think they wouldn't have bench.
I mean, they're equal. I think Blake Griffin and Enes Kanter are equal offensively, but Blake Griffin's a little better defensively.
I would take Blake with no bench. Then
Yeah,
Would they be better? Like
They'd be
they'd
the
be
same.
a little bit better.
I think
they'd be a little bit better.
They'd be a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd lose their bench. I think they just lose Kanter.
I mean,
But who they got after Cancer on their bench?
no. Sabonis.
Yeah, but he's probably still got to develop.
Taj Gibson could sign back.
Yeah, I mean, there's options. I think you would make the deal, get the star player, and then figure the rest out later.
Yeah. So,
Like-
official predictions on Blake Griffin. Does anyone have any? Or is that just kind of our?
Blake Griffin's
Pick a
really-
team.
I don't want to.
No, you have to.
Yeah,
Okay, see.
Okay, see.
I say he stays in LA.
Just
Clippers.
think about that. Dang it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
gotta
can change
agree. Just because I can't
No,
see,
it's
because
okay.
you would have to do a lot of movement, and then I really don't think. I don't know. They might be comfortable without a bench, but maybe they're thinking about that. Sam Presti. I don't know.
I think the Clippers, just because of the money contract situation, and
That's a lot of money to just give up.
yeah, and
But
Chris Paul just did.
I think
Yeah.
the Clippers should rebuild.
Well, Paul can also,
Yeah.
after this year, Paul can sign that 5-year max if Houston's willing to give it to him. He can.
I think
Yeah.
Blake would rather make $40 million playing for a bad team than go play with Russell, make less money,
Well, yeah.
and be a 4 or 5 seed.
And if you're Blake, you could still,
I mean,
Maybe-
And he's gonna be in LA,
he can still recruit players.
OKC.
how bad would the Clippers be?
If you're comparing
Is
cities,
there OKC
no
Night
one
Club?
would ever go to
Do you
OKC
think they're playing?
ever.
No, I mean they're close.
How many people do?
Yeah, Blake
but
Griffin stays.
OKC
Yeah.
doesn't
Patrick
have any
Beverly's
free agents.
solid. I don't know if you're the 2 guard.
Yeah, Clippers could still very well wind up with the 8th seed next year if Blake
Yeah,
stays.
if they don't,
Like-
though. Then again, I would like to see Blake Griffin leave just to, as a Mavs fan, see the
Man, it'd be
see the
wonderful.
downfall of DeAndre Jordan's choice to do the whole, dancing around with Mavericks and all that.
The
Blow up in his
emojis.
face. Yeah.
So
So
we've
yeah.
talked. So Clippers, everyone but me. I'm saying
Mhm.
Thunder. So we talked about the top 2. Let's just quickly before we go back to the other big ones, talk about some of the notable kind of lower teams, lower
How
Very
dare,
interesting.
how dare you talk about George Hill according to that.
Iggy, Finals MVP.
So
It's kind of
I remember like 2 days ago, I was just sitting like on my bed watching YouTube or something, and I was like, Andre Iguodala's a Finals MVP, and like a single tear just like fell from my
Yeah, he
face.
made some plays in the last
I love
finals
it.
too.
He's good.
Like
but
the Finals
it's just
MVP
weird to think
list
about.
is like, what is it, like Kawhi and then Iggy and then LeBron and KD.
But yeah, some
It's a
other
great-
notables
great
who aren't
list.
at the the top guys is George Hill, like you mentioned, Andre Iguodala, and JJ Redick. So just quickly, those three. What do you think about them, and where can you see them? Kind of.
I mean, George Hill can maybe, especially since Chris Paul's with the Rockets now, I think he can maybe have a reunion special in
San
in
Antonio.
good old San Antonio. Like, Greg Popovich wants his boy
Yeah.
back. Wants his baby
They
boy.
really need a point
and
guard.
it's full circle too. He gets the guy he traded for.
Yeah,
the guy
he gets them
traded
both.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that'd be
Greg
intense.
Popovich gets his cake
Yeah.
and he eats it too. So,
Was that a Hoodie Allen reference?
I don't even think that's the line right. It wasn't a hoodie out. That's just a normal saying. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very normal
Having
saying,
your
like-
cake and eating it. Yeah.
I mean,
I think Iguodala to the Rockets. As much as I would hate that as a
George
Mavs
Hill?
fan. Andre Iguodala.
Oh.
to the
okay.
Rockets, please.
As much as I would hate
Lord.
that as a Mavs
Wait,
fan.
but this, well, I mean, the only reason he
I think
leaves
they'd have
is
to-
like they pay him more. He gets paid more, right? With the Rockets,
They'd have to get rid of Ryan Anderson somehow.
I'm okay
Which
with that.
they-
I think everyone is okay. with
They
that.
would love to get rid of Ryan Anderson, but who's picking up 4 years, like $60 million?
Magic.
That's true.
Somebody's going to
Probably.
offer him a
Brooklyn.
big contract.
Yeah.
I don't know about big, but probably more than
I
the
mean,
Warriors
way
and the
more than
Rockets.
Warriors.
I think he stays.
I feel bad for him too.
I just don't
'cause,
know.
like,
I just feel like the Nets.
I mean, unless he's
The
looking for money.
76ers come back home to the 70s. Iguodala back home with the 76ers.
Are they
That'd be
retiring
sweet.
his number?
honestly, if I was Iggy, I
All
would
said and done,
say
are they retiring Andre Iguodala's
It's not.
number?
I mean, I guess it is up to him. so it's not up to him. But
Andre Iguodala.
The
I would
Warriors.
say even
No,
sign like a
76ers.
minimum
No.
contract. I mean, he has a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's just
Yeah.
playing with the Warriors is like it's. I don't know. Might be better than money. I don't know. When having 3 championships under your belt, or 4 or 5,
When you
it's
say
just,
when he has how many? 3, 2.
he has 2 right now.
Yes,
so
too.
He could call himself a 4-time NBA champion. Work at ESPN.
So can James
quick
Jones,
thing with the
right?
Rockets
James Jones
would be
3 times?
interesting
Rockets.
is say they move Ryan Anderson by some miracle and they need that 3-point shoot. They need that 3-point shooting. And they want someone to replace that 3-point shooting. What if they sign Iggy and JJ Redick? JJ Redick's gonna
No,
obviously
I've heard
get
JJ
11 or 12 million
to the
probably.
Rockets
Or more.
or more. Probably not more. Probably gonna get 11 or 12 is what I think. But
I don't
he's
know.
another guy that I'm like, heck if I know.
But
I think Andre Iguodala stays unless he's in it for the money. Then he just goes with whoever offers him the
Because
most.
Iggy's 3.
you got to
Yeah.
think about it. This is his last. I say this about all the players.
There's always a team that'll pay a lot.
There-
Yeah.
Wade is making a lot of money right now.
Yeah, you got to think Iguodala. I mean, everyone
And
always
Redick.
says like the vets min is obviously a lot of money to us, but to these guys.
But when you're being offered $8 million by someone
It just
else,
depends. It just depends
Yeah.
how much is in his savings account.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know his bank information.
If he's blowing money,
But
yeah, don't
if-
sign with the
If he's got like 30 million saved up,
he's
and
got a
he
cool
could
back
just-
tattoo.
Because if he has like a lease with a house
talking about
and
tattoos.
like
I
a
got
mortgage,
Nikola Pekovic.
JJ Redick has cool tattoos.
if he's got kids' colleges to
Yeah.
pay for.
so yeah,
Yeah,
it really depends on that.
I think
And
JJ
I don't
Redick
know
is
that,
interesting,
so
But yeah, I don't know your situation, Andre. But you can either win championships or make money. So
yeah.
too. Yeah, some
do your
other-
thing.
He's already done one twice.
Some
So.
other ones:
Yeah.
Rudy Gay, Derrick Rose,
And he won Finals MVP. So that's really all you can
Yeah.
do except just win more and make more.
Deion
Yeah.
Waiters, PJ Tucker, Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson, James Johnson. There's obviously more, but those are all.
PJ
Unrestricted.
Tucker goes to better playoffs.
I like the trio.
He can maybe go to Houston. That might.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That'd
I like
be good.
I like the trio of point guards available here: George Hill, Drew Holiday, and Jeff Teague. They're all very much
I thought you were
like.
talking about Derrick Rose. I was like, all right.
I mean,
Wait, is Darren Williams a free agent?
Darren Williams is a
Probably.
free agent.
Why don't you have him on? That's disrespect right there.
I probably didn't go far.
He
that
played
far
decent
down
with the
list.
Mavs when he was decent.
On a good day, he was
On-
decent.
On a good day. A little
Yeah.
inconsistent, but.
The
yeah.
Spurs are going to land one of these point guards.
George Hill.
Yeah,
I
probably.
really want him
I
to
mean, they could get Jeff Teague.
I do want him to go. George Hill, I think, is like the perfect point guard if you have like an elite wing player.
Yeah.
Just come in, do your role.
Yeah, come in,
We're not
pass the
asking for
ball.
much.
No, if
Sit
they,
down.
if they get George Hill, I think they're number two seed locked.
Yeah,
Rockets.
No.
Spurs.
Spurs?
Spurs.
yeah.
I don't know where I got Rockets from.
But George Hill also
Because
has.
everybody's going
But
for
also
Rockets.
another thing about those 3 point guards mentioned: Drew Holiday, George Hill. They're injured a lot, and so, I mean, whoever gets them, you want to have like a quality backup. Like in the Spurs case of Patty Mills, who's also a free agent.
Think they sign him back though? Get him back?
Probably.
Yeah,
You'd think like Patty Mills.
Patty.
He's quick. He can shoot.
He has his own books. Do you know that?
I didn't know
Writes
that.
his own stuff.
He's Australian.
Yeah.
he's
I
very
didn't know that.
Australian.
It's a good reason to keep
Well, I
him.
did know that.
Patty.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
What is Patty short for?
Patrick. I just said both two different things.
Probably
So, yeah,
Patrick.
I think or it could be just Patty.
Wait, you said Patrick, and what did you say?
What? I said Patterson.
Oh, Patterson.
Patterson Mills.
I was just thinking the last name, Patty Patterson, but yeah.
Patty Patterson would be a good name. But yeah, so before we go into the restricted, some of the other top guys we have is Drew Holiday, who is interesting. Like you mentioned earlier, he just kind of needs to stay healthy, and he'd probably be that second tier point guard.
Also, another thing
I
about
want him to be
Andre,
healthy.
just
I
random.
like Drew Holiday.
Me too.
Andre was also mentioned with Minnesota. I think Andre's just getting mentioned with all the young teams.
Because he fits everywhere.
Yeah, Andre
He's
is
3-and-D, which every single
On
team
paper,
needs.
that's a playoff team. The Timberwolves at the moment.
I'm-
So that's kind of a good situation. He could probably get paid
Compete.
more.
yeah,
The Warriors.
But then again, are the Timberwolves, do they want to pay Andre Iguodala?
If he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave.
I think they could pay him
Yeah,
like 8
I
or
feel
9.
like
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
gonna be
yeah,
more
they could
money.
probably pay him 8 or 9. But if he leaves, I think it'll be for probably
Right.
more around the 10 to 12
Yeah, the Timberwolves
range.
won't pay that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so, but who knows? I don't know.
He's pretty good
But
defensively.
yeah, going back to Drew Holiday, like he is definitely someone that's easy to root for. He's just like a cool guy, you know.
Mhm.
Good.
Oh, yeah. He
Fun
went through a lot with his wife last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Definitely someone that you want to root for. So you want him to be healthy, and he
Yeah.
does have talent. You know, he was a one-time All-Star, and the 76ers were like, screw you.
Yeah, that
out
was
here.
before he got hurt.
Yeah, and
So
so
it was he didn't get hurt that season, right?
No, it was before he was hurt.
Yeah.
and so he has the talent. He's shown that he's had the talent, and he's still relatively young. So as a Mavs
He's
fan,
probably like 27, 26.
even though I think so, even though we did just draft the point guard of the future, would you be interested in Drew Holiday?
No,
27 years old.
no,
Yeah.
I would not.
As a
Because
backup,
I think Dennis is gonna be the.
That's
It's
where it
starting.
comes in. Like
if
We
he,
have so
if he
many
wanted to be a
backup
backup,
options.
if he'd be cool to be a backup, I would say yes.
If
Sign
he's
him
gonna be a
that
backup,
much for a backup.
But I
That's
doubt
the
he
thing.
wants to be a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I really don't think he should be. But again, it all just comes down to
I
his health.
saw somewhere I saw on the Mavs Reddit page.
Hey, hey, there we go.
It was they were saying we should still go after Drew Holiday and start Dennis Smith Jr., Drew Holiday, Wes, Barnes, Nerlens,
No.
Oh,
and have
no,
Dirk off the
no.
bench.
I don't want.
No.
I don't want the Mavs starting at 3-guard lineup, even though we still may do that.
I
We did that last
absolutely,
year.
under
I
any
mean-
circumstances,
I mean, I like
want
Drew
Wes
Holiday.
starting at the 2 guard. So I sure as heck don't want him starting at small forward. I would be cool with Drew Holiday playing the 2, not Wes playing on the court. First of all, and definitely not starting at.
What position would you want West to play for the
Two.
Mavs? You have to
Concessions.
like an 8th man.
He's good where he is right now.
I like him at concessions.
No, you can 8th man. Ninth
Honestly,
man. Alright.
I hope
12.
we
12 man. Okay.
I hope we somehow get Wes Matthews on this podcast, and I hope you and him just have the most awkward
No,
Just-
no,
It-
like
it-
Matthews
okay.
would be a stand-up
He'd
guy.
be
but-
understandable.
Legitimately,
He would.
if-
Matthews is a great guy.
If he wasn't being paid $17 million, I'd be like, heck yeah, start Wes Matthews. It's just a contract I don't
There's
like.
nowhere else for our money to
Blame
go. We don't
DeAndre
need.
Jordan.
Oh,
This
well, in
all
that
goes back
case,
to DeAndre
pay Wes, pay Yogi Ferrell $28 million since we don't have anywhere else for it to go.
That's fine.
Just
We
put it
don't.
somewhere.
We don't need the money. Like, what's it good for?
We're set up.
We
You're right.
have our guys.
You're right. We're gonna win the finals in the next
Let's
18
trade for
years.
some
I don't know
cash.
why I thought
Let's
anything
get some more
else.
cash.
Who-
We gotta
who-
trade for more
who-
cash.
I don't know. Never mind.
Literally anywhere else. I'd be fine with Wes making $8 million a year.
Well, yeah, me too, but he's not. So, oh well. I'm fine. I don't care.
Gotta get. Okay, that's my problem though. Is like with the Mavs' current situation, I believe with Nerlens and Dirk, that's basically all we can sign is Nerlens and Dirk.
We don't have the roster spots for anyone else.
That's the problem. We have 18 million guards who aren't going to do anything like Jared Utoff and like.
Well, we just
traded
traded
Good.
Jared for cash.
Let me look at this roster. It's just
And
I
he's
don't.
not a guard. He's
I
a
don't
power
Whoa,
forward.
oh, well, so much better. Dwight Powell's another guy who I just don't think should be on this team.
We
at
should
all.
trade him. I think we should trade him.
Oh,
Sorry, Dwight Powell, if you're out there listening.
I'm not. You
Yeah,
haven't developed
try
in 8
everybody.
years. Or however long. it's
Dwight, I like you. I just wish we would have given you a fair shot at some playing time. We never did. But okay, so are we just gonna talk about the Mavs free agent situation?
been. Let's go for it.
All right.
Because there's not much I want to talk about.
Well, yeah, we can go into the restricted with Nerlens.
Yeah.
Sign him.
I'm real triggered right now.
That's it, right?
Yeah, just sign Nerlens.
Alright,
That's
good
what,
talk.
that's our
Move on.
just
Man.
match any, even if it's a max. The Mavs have to match.
Who do you think would max him though?
The Rockets just to mess
Well,
with
they
us.
can't.
Somebody would. The Nets or somebody.
They can't offer him the max.
I don't know. I feel like someone's gonna offer him the max just to mess with Mark Cuban.
Yep.
I
The
really
Clippers,
like
yeah.
I like Nerlens a lot, and I think he's a good piece you want on this team. But I'm just so uncomfortable paying him max money because like
I mean,
he's hurt and he
Yeah, that's the thing. Is injuries kind of
Yeah,
scare me.
that does scare
and he's
me.
tiny.
A little bit.
He's a little
Yeah.
baby boy.
you can put on muscle maybe. We'll see.
It's
I don't
just-
know.
That's what
He's
this
a
is
very-
about.
Do I want to pay him the max? No, but
I
do I
think
want
you
to
do.
keep him?
Well,
You
okay,
have to
what,
keep it.
What other situation do we do if we don't pay him the max? And I assume he leaves if we don't, right? If we don't give him,
Well, that's if someone else.
right?
We're just gonna match whatever he gets probably, unless we can come to an agreement beforehand, which won't happen. It's in Nerlens' best interest to wait and see if someone
Right,
offers
yeah,
him the most
yeah.
money. But if for some reason he got a max and we were like, never mind,
There's just
we'd
no
be
one else supposed to do.
yeah, we'd have to start Dirk at center.
See, like I'm just.
Yeah, or Salah.
I mean, Nerlens could absolutely.
Out. Or Dwayne Dedmon.
Nerlens
Yeah.
could definitely.
Wait,
like,
isn't he on the Spurs?
He's a free
Yeah.
agent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Sign him? No, I'm serious. He's good.
he is good.
Better than Nerlens?
He's like DeJuan Blair.
I mean, he'd be a solid replacement.
Yeah, he would be, but I'd rather have Nerlens.
And he's also
Yeah,
youngish
I
too.
mean,
He could develop.
If
it.
you told me Noel was gonna have a healthy career, sign. I
Yeah,
would max
the
him.
injuries do
Yeah.
scare me. But then again, the Mavs have arguably the best training staff.
Yeah.
I mean,
For
they
sure.
held Darren Williams. Darren Williams was more or less. I mean,
He was pretty
occasionally
healthy,
get-
but then
he was-
Bogut.
Darren Williams standards.
Because the max is
Bogut,
very.
Bogut was healthy with us, more or less. I mean, he didn't instantly die like he did with the Cavs.
He stepped on the Cavs court and blew up.
Yeah,
Nice
that's how bad their
seconds.
training staff is.
That's how.
So sad.
What if
His
okay.
knee was probably dislocated already before he was going out and training. Cleveland was all like, "That looks good." Yeah.
All right, so like hypotheticals, and we talk about these all day.
Sorry, but
it's
yeah.
awful. If I told you Nerlens Noel will be healthy the rest of his career, but the player we saw last year is as good as he's ever going to be, would you still want to max him?
What was his points rebounds last year?
With the Mavs, it was like 9-9. Oh, he had.
Right.
He scored a lot of points with the Mavs actually.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
No, kind of
Millions
tough
of
one.
I
points.
feel
some
like
say.
he was like a 14-9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was scoring with the Mavs surprisingly.
I think.
I think
Yeah.
whatever you do with the Mavs,
8
you have to.
points, 6 rebounds, a block, and a steal.
How many games played? 22.
I could.
Yeah,
He did not score that much.
His minutes were kind of messed
Yeah.
up because
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't
tough.
want to start
It's
him.
essentially still a big question. A question mark. Maybe not a big one, but a question
Okay, what
mark.
if
nonetheless.
I
that's a
think
little?
you have to match regardless if it's a max.
Okay, but I'm
or
saying
anything.
you see the future, and
Yeah.
he is healthy the rest of his career, but saying he did never, since it's only 8 points, I'll say he gets 2 points better, and a rebound better. Are you comfortable paying that?
10 and 9.
Paying 10 and 9.
Well, no, but
23
but the
I
thing
think it
is,
depends a lot on
you're,
Dennis Smith Jr. also, how he develops, whatever that turns out in
They will absolutely help each other.
yeah,
Is the thing.
you're hoping this isn't the best Nerlens we see, which
Yeah.
I don't think
I was just
Because Nerlens shouldn't be our best player anyway.
no, and I don't
So-
think this is the best. Well,
He just needs to be
If-
service, good on D,
yeah.
good on rebounding,
And
and that's
athletic.
essentially it. Yeah.
If you saw what like Rick Carlisle has done with so many players, develop them and like maximize the heck out of
Like,
them.
If you want to see like a really good example, just to clarify,
Brandon Wright.
I wasn't saying Nerlens Noel was going to be bad forever, because I do want him on the team.
Yeah.
But like you did say, like Brandon Wright, Devin Harris and Brandon Wright, the kind of thing they had.
Mhm.
You could easily have that with Dennis Smith Jr. and
so
Nerlens
much
Noel.
more like athleticism and like
Yeah.
prime.
Again, we don't
Yeah.
need him to do much. Just those two things, which is still a lot, honestly. Because
Yeah.
he'd be essentially our only rebounder.
and we could find
Yeah.
our second option,
Right.
whether it's Harrison Barnes or our third option. But we either find our second option, and if you think that's Harrison Barnes, we can find our third option in the
Right.
draft or free agency.
Yeah.
Because the next 2 drafts aren't as stacked as this one, obviously.
Yeah.
That'd be unreasonable to think. But there are very good players like Marvin Bagley, who graduates.
And even if
Next
the
year's gonna
Mavs
be
are
great.
picking in the like I think we're gonna compete for the 8th seed, and so even if we are picking in like that 15th to 16th range, just please don't trade out of it or trade down. Like pick the player, develop it,
The year,
because like 1 out of 4 times he's gonna turn into at least a serviceable player
Or Giannis.
or Giannis.
yeah.
So-
So
Rest in
like
peace.
regardless of where you think the Mavericks going to finish, because I think we'll be in the lottery for at least 1 more year, maybe 2. I don't know where you guys stand on
Yeah.
that.
Hope
8th
so.
seed.
It's you need those picks. Like
Yeah.
wherever, if you even like somehow magically make the finals, it won't happen. You need that pick. Like
Especially in like the way the current CBA is constructed, where it just helps so much to have your own rookies and signing them back. So
And who knows? Someone will be looking for a 3-and-D veteran, and we can package that deal with. I'm not just saying this because Wes Matthews is being genuine right now. Because the Pistons are looking for that. I mean, obviously we didn't make that deal, but if we had a lower pick, we could have traded up Wes Matthews, the pick, and something else, and got that 12th pick. It's just you need that pick, and you need. I guess that's the value Wes Matthews has, as much as I hate the man. The player. I'll say I hate the contract, not the player or the man.
But, some other restricted free agents besides the Netherlands, we have Contagious Caldwell-Pope.
Which is really interesting.
He's an interesting player.
Do you think, just quickly, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you think he stays? Or do you think he goes?
KCP?
Yes.
Yeah, if I'm any restricted free agent, I sign the biggest offer I get, because then it either forces the other
He's
team
not doing anything in Detroit.
You're not even doing anything in Detroit, and go make your money. Go make your money. You're still developing.
Not that good of a city.
Yeah.
So you think someone's gonna offer Otto Porter the max?
No.
Outside of
honestly, besides, I think Nerlens is the only
think so?
restricted free agent who's max worthy, and
feel
even
like
that's
Otto-
I think
questionable.
Pope is.
I think you don't think Otto?
Caldwell Pope.
I think
Otto. Someone probably will. Otto.
Otto's interesting because he's finally starting to develop. It just took a while, but so you.
Could be max.
I'd say Nerlens.
At the least, Otto's now. You can see Otto as a 3-and-D player for 10 years.
If I was a GM, I wouldn't offer any of these guys max.
Yeah.
But I could see Noel, Pope, and maybe Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick thing, just to see what you guys think about this. Is just kind of popped in here. If you're a team that's offering KCP, and the Pistons match, would you go for another restricted free agent who's a little lesser player but kind of plays similar
Tim Hardaway Jr. I like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah,
he doesn't play much defense, but he
Doesn't
can.
hurt.
Are they the same
He can
age
score.
or
Are they what?
are they the same age?
Let me check.
They're probably close. I think Tim Hardaway.
They're definitely
younger,
close.
Or is KCP younger?
But I just think they play so similarly. They both have a lot of tools that you want to see in a player. And I mean, it is risky going after one restricted free agent, waiting those 3 days. He gets
KCP's
matched.
a better defender, though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Casey's but Hardaway Jr.
Hardaway's-
doesn't play much defense.
Hardaway
He's
Jr.
just
is
a better
25.
But Hardaway might be the more explosive offensive player. You'll see more 20-point
I think it
nights
just
from
depends
him.
on the fit, whoever wants
Pope
to.
is
Yeah.
1 year younger.
Okay.
Pope's 1 year younger and has more
Upside.
experience already in the league. So
Yeah, I just think the only I'd be cool with doing that if you're a team that's not looking
It'd
to
be cool with
compete.
either one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's just
honestly,
a little risky.
if
doesn't
I
hurt.
was the Mavs and I didn't have West right now, I would gladly trade West for KCP.
Would you do a sign and trade for KCP?
Yes,
Get Wes out, put KCP in.
I think. Yeah, I really like KCP.
Yeah.
I think he could be, even if he doesn't develop, at the very least,
He's still good defensively.
good
Yeah.
defensive.
Which-
You wouldn't want the huge contract that might come with him if he doesn't develop.
Which from
He's been in the league for a while now and hasn't shown much growth, which is
until
worrisome.
last year.
Is that due to his situation in Detroit, just that team, and just how maybe the coaches are? Cause
Yeah, I mean, from Detroit's perspective, that doesn't make a lot of sense. The sign and trade for West,
Yeah.
because you could just match it. But yeah, but like I was saying, if you are a team that's like, oh, I want KCP, but you wait those 3 days, they get matched, and you're like, oh, I want Tim Hardaway Jr., and then you wait a week, waste a week, and everyone's gone. Like so with the Mavericks and DeAndre
Right.
Jordan is risky, but it could be could work out. Another guy I like a lot, who I think he would take a lot of work to do, but you could develop into the 3-and-D kind of guy is Andre Roberson. No offensive game right now.
I think his
Yeah, we're
I
in
think
the
his
free throws,
I think
too.
his shot's just broken. I think
Which-
there's no
It
fixing
makes me
it.
throw up.
Wow.
You need to go to a doctor.
He couldn't make a free throw.
They were doing hack a shooting
They were
guard.
they were hacking a guard.
Yeah.
So what if he like?
I've never seen that before.
Now, what was your proposition about Andre Robertson?
Like
You were like,
I was like, if you have a good coach, the top coaches in the league, whatever you want to say, they are Rick Carlisle, Greg Popovich, however you have them. You get him and try your hardest to develop into a reliable 3-point shooter. He's already great on defense,
Yeah.
right.
and so that's the 3-and-D kind of player you want. He won't be expensive.
I feel like it'd take a while. It would.
A reliable 3-pointer.
That's-
Yeah. And I feel
I'm not
like
saying
with,
a knockdown.
I feel like with
3-pointer,
Rick
but I'm
and
saying-
Pop, they're like all about winning. So if they
I don't
see
think even
that,
have the patience.
yeah,
Rick does develop players though. Aminu got a jump shot from Rick. Brandon Wright
and Aminu
developed
was
a
also one of
lot
those
of
players who's
touch.
like he has a broken jump shot.
Yeah.
he's also better at free throws. Slightly.
Aminu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. free throw, like we talked about this last time, but free throws is a huge like thing when you can just, if you can hit free throws, your shot's probably okay enough to where you can develop an outside
You
shot.
can figure it out.
But Roberson just can't shoot anything.
If you,
So
what if?
I just don't know.
Because I kind of do want him on Mavericks, to be completely honest. Because I like the defense.
How old is Roberson?
25.
Yeah, he's young.
I like the, Carlisle effect, if you want to call it that. Because I do think Carlisle has shown to be impatient.
Yeah.
But I think as they're going into rebuilding, he's going to change that. He's going to be like,
He's
okay.
gonna have to,
Yeah, because he has no choice. It's either that or he leaves. And so I think, I'd be absolutely cool with it. At worst, you get a really good defensive player.
I mean, are you saying that like over KCP and?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, as a project.
Yeah, and
A project
he's
that's already
restricted,
fun.
and we already know the OKC's like cap situation. So, say if Dirk signs for around like 8 or 9, which, whatever, and we get Nerlens for 17, 18 a year,
Which I think is...
and so, or then say knowing OKC's cap situation, if we throw Roberson like 10 or 11 a year, could they match, and like would they?
I don't think they'd match, like, 5 or 6 would be kind of like, that's a lot to pay for this dude. For OKC.
Yeah, and he's somebody who, Wes is only on contract for this year and next, so just 2 more years, and so
It's going to be a long 2 years.
say
2 more years. 2 more years.
then we have Roberson to jump in and do whatever the heck his little heart can do.
And, admittedly, most likely won't develop the jump shot, and he'll just be a good
Yeah,
player. But I'm cool with him just being... Leave him to the 3.
He'd be like
decent.
28
He still
then.
made a decent amount of threes,
Yeah.
even in the playoffs. He seems to step up, shooting 3-pointers more
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
And
Still like
That's
27
like a
or
big
28%.
deal. It's like a big
Right.
deal, and they're wide open.
Right, yeah.
yeah, I'd be cool with it. And then,
I don't know though, because it would also clog the paint for Dennis and
why would he be in the
Nerlens.
paint?
No, his defender would.
Isn't he a good coach?
Oh, I thought you meant on offense. I was like, why is he in the paint?
Is he a good slasher?
Just chilling.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic, so he would be able to slash. He doesn't have to shoot threes.
Right, yeah.
Everyone wants to shoot threes. You don't have to be a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I was just saying, like,
But-
just to have that 3.
Yeah, he could be a slasher.
All you people that
What-
pick up basketball games, take note.
Yeah,
Ooh,
what if he developed into like a matrix, like in between floater type
we
game?
could combine
yeah,
Seth
you
Curry
could.
and Andre Roberson and have Wes Matthews from
And
4 years
Donnie
ago.
Nelson's lad.
Yes. And then other 2 restricted free agents I have. You guys can name others if you want.
Side note: so I was watching playoff highlights of the 2001 or 2003 series against the Spurs for the Mavs, and
What?
Such a weird thing.
Donnie
sorry.
Nelson,
Okay.
one of our our head coach Don Nelson was like kicked out. 2 techs, he was out, so Donnie Nelson had to sub in. Donnie Nelson has gotten so fat in 14 years. I could not recognize
He's
him.
let himself go.
I'm sorry, Donnie.
It's all
But
that stress, man.
Yeah, I mean,
when Mark's up there on that treadmill, get on there with him.
With him?
Beside him, behind him, whatever you gotta
Yo,
do.
on a similar note of Coach Bods, I saw a
Coach Bods.
Hey, this is the Coach Bod.
Coach/owner Bods. I saw a picture of Cuban, Mark Cuban. He was younger, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think he was still an owner of the Mavs, and he was pretty fit. He was surprisingly fit.
He works out a
right
lot.
now. I was like, those are nice biceps.
He's that like entrepreneur boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was working
You know.
those Dallas parties, so
Yeah.
those Deep Ellum parties.
Yeah, I mean,
he had to be.
he had to sign Chandler. Chandler Parsons probably thought he was a handsome dude. He's like, all right, 2 handsome
Yeah.
dudes killing it in Dallas.
Yeah.
Sign me up. And then
Oh,
he
Parsons.
stole our money.
If only he killed it.
He stole a lot of money.
Hey, we were
He's
speaking-
still
He's stealing
Still
even more
stealing.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the Grizzlies gonna be good?
No.
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 No, they'll be a 6 seed again.
Yeah.
I think they're
Or a
going
7.
Oh, another free agent, Vince Carter. Go win you a championship.
Go to
Vince.
the
Yeah, go to the
Warriors.
Warriors.
Don't
Go to
even
the
consider
Warriors.
the Raptors. That'd
Yeah,
be
go to the
sweet.
Warriors.
Go to
That'd
the
be-
Warriors or the Mavs.
No.
I'll take you back.
The Raptors would be
go to the
sweet.
Warriors.
I'll take you in the
Get you a
Mavs,
ring.
Vince Carter, man, just an awesome dude.
He's my favorite player.
I was aware of him prior to the Mavs, but when he played for us, he just I don't know, he just gave off this super cool dude vibe.
Yeah.
And then he made that game winner, so that helped a lot.
Isn't that one of the biggest shots in Mavs history?
No.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest.
Yeah,
No.
definitely
That's
one of the
one of
biggest
the biggest shots in Mavs
I
history.
mean, we didn't win the
shots. We
series.
haven't had many shots.
I guess I was at that game though. That was
know you
amazing.
were.
Would you consider Dirk's sick layup over Chris Bosh in the NBA
That's
Finals?
probably the biggest shot
Yeah.
Max is there.
That's probably the
That was
biggest.
fun.
Yeah.
I'd put Carter's over it.
What about? I don't
That
know.
was a good shot.
There's a lot of big shots in Mavs history.
I don't know.
There's the
You can't name
the
5.
Moody Madness, the game winner.
Was that just a regular
overtime.
season game?
Yeah,
But
they have them at regular
it's-
season.
it's
Monte
the-
Ellis game winner.
It's the lore. It's the
It's
lore
the
behind
lore.
it.
Okay,
Context,
I'll give
all
you the
about
lore.
context.
Anyway,
Uh,
Nikola Mirotic and Jonathan Simmons are also free agents. Who cares about either of them?
Yeah.
The Spurs, that's their
Simmons is
one athletic player.
I
and
think-
Kawhi Leonard.
Y'all think Jonathan Simmons gets starting position somewhere? Or you think he
He could-
stays with the Spurs? Or
I feel like
He
his
stays.
stock went way up.
he played
in
pretty
last-
good.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
great.
At the same time, he's a limited offensive player,
He's 27.
and he's 27. So this is about as good as he's going to be. So
I think
pretty
someone
solid.
will
Yeah,
offer
it's
him a high
solid.
contract.
Watch him go to
and
the
Spurs-
Nuggets. They just have another shooting guard.
Yeah.
is he a shooting guard or small forward?
The shooting guard.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard. I think
Joining-
he plays small forward. Yeah, I think
Uh,
he played small forward when Kawhi went down. Or no,
Yeah.
I mean they had him and Kyle Anderson.
I would play him at small forward if Kawhi wasn't there.
Should
But
join these
anyways.
like athletic teams like the Blazers and Nuggets.
Are the Blazers in it?
They just have a lot of
besides
people.
Nurkic,
They have a lot of
They just have a
people.
lot of people.
They have a lot of just assets.
they really do.
Alan Crabbe, shout out
But-
Myers Leonard.
Another guy we haven't talked about, Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
There's a reason we haven't talked about him, but that's just because he's not that good.
Yeah.
But
Whoa!
Well, he averaged 18 points.
Let me put on my Chicago.
And
Bulls cap
Blake's
here.
always like, I'll be like, he's okay. Blake's like, he's averaged 20 points. 18's
No,
too
he
less.
he put
18's
numbers.
pretty good.
Like
Yeah, they like went missing.
yeah, he
Yeah.
went.
Couldn't
He also
find.
it was 18 on a bad team where he forced a lot of shots.
that's true too.
I
don't
just-
think shooting
That's
percentage
fair.
was that good.
It was actually really good for Derrick Rose standards. Like all things considered, he
Derrick Rose for the Mavs.
I think
No.
I
For
heard
me,
there,
the
I
Derrick Rose
remember
thing-
seeing that. I don't know when it was in the season, but it was sometime in the season. I
Yeah.
was like, I wouldn't be mad about that honestly.
I would.
I mean, if it compared to Darren Williams, I would probably.
Depending on what we had to
We
give
didn't
up.
have Dennis Smith at the time.
No, yeah, but if that would have meant not getting Nerlens, I would much rather have
I
Nerlens
saw-
than Derrick Rose.
I'm not going to name names. Someone we went to high school with. You
Yeah.
probably know who I'm talking about already. That's all I'm going to say. Yes. Was saying Blake Griffin to the Mavs. And it's just like, what money? Why? Who's going to play where?
He'd be the power forward of the future.
I could have sworn
the
you mentioned that
5-year
a couple
future?
times.
I mean, how much longer is Dirk gonna play?
1 year.
You could play two
Yeah,
more. Two,
So
three.
2 or 3, but
You want one. You don't really
No,
want
he said 2 or 3.
I
honestly,
think it depends on how.
Every athlete says
No,
2 or 3.
Dirk said it
yeah,
on a
it's a
stage.
year by year thing. But
We're almost at 5 or 6 years a
He
year
opted
ago.
out,
Guy,
right?
guy died.
I mean, Dirk, or they like.
yeah,
pick up
Dirk
his-
Dirk opted out.
Yeah.
Or it was a team option. We
Right.
didn't pick it up.
Okay.
So we're gonna re-sign Dirk for probably a 1+1. So next year we'll also be a player or team option.
We're going to go to the last home game for the next 5 years.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the last home game every year until he retires. He's gonna be 53, scoring 15 a game off of
I would
5
not
threes.
mind a 50-year-old Dirk.
And Max is going to be about
If
to
like if
draft
the
it.
contract was very little,
Yeah,
I would love that.
Paul Millsap's also a free agent.
Oh.
Does anyone care where he goes?
Paul Millsap.
He's
Wasn't he
he's
an
a
all-star
final
this
piece
year?
player, I think.
He's a final piece
He
player,
just needs to go to the right team, obviously.
but he's also wants a max.
I also
does he?
completely forgot to mention.
What?
Yeah.
Ibaka.
He's not 30 yet, is he?
He's 28 or 29.
I mean,
I feel like he's 30.
I would.
Is
Who?
Ibaka on this
Depending
year?
on the situation,
No,
I would
Ibaka's 20.
maybe give him a max contract.
Millsap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he
He's
it's not like he
29,
doesn't.
28. I mean, he's been an awesome.
It's
Or
not
maybe 30.
2-time, 3-time.
32.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't live up to
32.
his.
32. That's too old for a max, really. Like a 4-year max contract.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Wes Matthews is like 32.
Wes Matthews is 30.
But he's making 17 million.
Yeah, he's
Not
a solid
max.
defender.
Hey, it was a max at the time.
At least half of that money's going to his defense. So.
Yeah.
30. Is that
Yeah.
Texas?
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Like
But,
a
No.
Yeah, Paul Millsap is, he's maybe the best defensive power forward in the game. Just in terms of like
Dirk?
steals, deflections,
Yeah,
blocks.
Dirk with the
I was just about to say that.
strip when you go for the layup.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Dirk's an underrated team defender. Don't get me wrong. I've been barking that for a long time. But-
Two others we forgot to mention.
I don't know where Millsap would go. It's not Atlanta.
Gallinari and Sergio
Back
Ibaka.
to Utah.
Gallinari?
No.
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
Millsap.
Yeah.
And Favors is a
Oh, yeah.
Favors is a free
Favors
agent
still
too. Swap Favors with Millsap.
Think so?
Favors goes to Atlanta.
I don't know where Favors would go.
All right, if Gordon Hayward stays,
Yeah.
I like Favors.
If Gordon Hayward stays, yeah.
Cool.
If you can swing Millsap and if you can swing George Hill,
It's a solid team still.
that's a really good team.
Yeah.
His favorite's a free agent.
Yeah, I think so.
Go,
Go to-
on here.
Is
Go to-
he,
go to
is he
Utah.
unrestricted or
Nah,
free agent?
I'm just gonna do this.
He wouldn't be that low, would he?
Yeah,
He's not under Kelly.
I don't
would
think
he?
he's on here. I don't think he's a
Joey.
free agent.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Joey.
Nene.
Yeah, so
What do you all think about Danilo Gallinari?
Too many injuries also.
too many injuries.
Super injured dude.
Yeah. What are his knees made up of at this point?
Probably one of the greatest 2K players. But
Oh my gosh, 2K12.
even in there, he gets hurt
If
every time.
you play
so.
the association, the
Gallinari.
Nuggets get so good because they just keep Chandler and Gallinari around, and then they have like 5 85
Wow.
or higher players.
I thought you were about to say 85 win seasons.
Nah.
It's not possible.
That's a Wolves team right there.
Ty Lawson just won the MVP in my G.
That's
Man, what a tragic story. Like seriously.
tragic.
I mean, it's his undoing, but
Derek
everyone
Favors
else,
is
you
not
know.
a free agent.
Don't drink kids. Also, Derek Favors is not a free agent.
Like he was a person you would compare yourself to. Shane Larkin said, "I'm gonna be the next time Lawson." Think about that.
What did I miss?
Shane Larkin.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka is another one I think is kind of interesting. I think he'd be interesting in Boston.
Serge Ibaka?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Defensive. Wouldn't have to do
Shoot
much.
can rebound.
I don't know. There's just a lot of
If you can grab a rebound, go to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed.
Ibaka's kind of declining though. I mean, his shot blocking is down to like 1.2 per game.
1.6.
1.6. Yeah.
Don't you forget that 0.4.
Hey, 0.4 is a big deal for block shots. So, but his shot blocking is down. Rebounds are a little down for his career, and all he's doing on offense is just spotting up in corners.
He was on the Magic though, so you know
And
what I
that's
mean.
wrong.
Like,
And Toronto.
But Toronto
in,
didn't have time to figure
in
him out.
Orlando,
Yeah.
he was supposed to be like the featured guy.
That's not his fault.
That's not his fault at all, but still, like,
I mean, he doesn't have to be. I mean, everything you just mentioned is all he has to do in Boston.
yeah. I mean, he's just declining a bit. He's
I think
played it a lot in this
on a
league.
nice contract, like on a
Yeah.
team friendly-ish contract, I would
Yeah.
say he'd be great at Boston.
For
Especially
sure.
if they get Gordon Hayward or.
Looking at all these free agents, there's a lot of these guys where I'm just like, I've got no idea.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
PJ Tucker to Houston.
Rudy Gay.
just the way free agency
No
works.
idea.
You have to wait for the top dogs to fall.
I feel like Rudy Gay is gonna wind up on the Kings still, even though he's like, I'm not coming back. He's gonna come back.
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay would have been
Tucker,
perfect
T.
with the Clippers if they would have ran it back.
Oh yeah,
I saw something that said
that would have been good.
it was a YouTube video that was like Rudy Gay has the body and the athleticism to be one of the best players in NBA history,
I saw that.
and I was like, slow way down.
It's
He's
like
just
What is
six-
that, Mike Quisenba?
No,
guy?
it's TYT.
Yeah, it's like he's 6'8", 200.
Yeah, he's got
15,
the
He
200
has,
potential.
he has the frame to be the best scorer in NBA history. Like he's just big and fast. Like what do you? Yeah, so free agency is gonna be crazy, basically.
Yeah.
That was a-
There's a lot of really good players.
Just waited at a Whataburger at 2 a.m. to figure out if.
I mean, we still
my,
could.
my favorite thing about this free agency is that the Mavs have very little
Thank
interest
God.
in it.
It's like the first time in what, like,
since we won the championship.
yeah, sheesh.
So
Feels great.
First time in 6 years we don't have to worry about
Rudy Gay
doing
went
something.
from the Grizzlies to the Raptors to the Kings to the Raptors to the Kings.
Who he played for, indeed.
2012, 2013.
Rudy Gay
Oh, I see.
has been the most solid player ever. He averaged 20 in 2007.
Yeah.
And then averaged 19 this past year.
He's good.
He's a scorer.
Like, it's like,
He can score.
he's like that 2K player in 2022 that
I mean, he can't score like
averages
Wiggins.
16 points a game every year. Wow, that's crazy.
Shout out Rudy Gay for being consistent.
Very consistent.
Except
If
he,
you want
he
a
just tore his
two-star or
Achilles.
something?
He just tore his Achilles. So
Find Rudy Gay at home.
Yeah. But
Make great use of him. Whoever picks him up or needs to.
Utah,
If Gordon Hayward leaves, yeah,
yeah,
why not?
Utah, I think could still scrap together a playoff team if they
I
wanted
thought they
to.
always could.
And
This
Anybody could scrap together a play.
Utah.
yeah, they also still have some young pieces, Dante Exum and Rodney Hood, who could break out this year.
Don't know why I just thought about this. If this was a team, Gordon Hayward, Blake Griffin, Kyle Lowry, Drew Holiday, Danilo Gallinari, Serge Ibaka, George Hill, Iggy, Redick, Rudy Gay. Is that 15 players yet?
That's a lot.
Derek
A
Rose,
lot of
Deion Waiters. If that was a team,
egos.
if that was a team, what would they do?
Top 6.
I mean,
Wait, in what? In
Top
what-
6?
In the West. In the West? Are they in the West? Are we saying they're in the West?
think
Or just both?
I think
Wait,
they'd be a top
Maybe a
4
2
seed
seed in
either
the
way.
East.
Maybe a top
Maybe
4
a
Wow,
seed.
2
either
seed
way.
in the East.
I think they'd be a really good team. Kyle at point, Hayward at the 2,
Yeah.
Gallinari at the 3,
They'd be
Griffin
top
at
four
the
either way.
5, 4,
Yeah.
Nabaka at the 5.
Tim Hardaway coming off the bench.
That's a playoff team in the East for sure.
Yeah.
That's a playoff team in the West.
That's
I
a
guess.
top 4 team in either division.
Yeah.
If
There's just a lot of stars.
egos didn't exist
Yeah.
And benches
and
or lack thereof.
and ball control.
Derrick Rose is the 10th man.
I'm just so happy. The only thing the Mavs have to worry about this summer is just re-signing Nerlens.
I'm trading Wes.
And watching the Summer League, which I always do anyways.
How's that going though? That started already, right?
It starts Saturday. The Orlando and Utah Summer League start Saturday, July 1st.
So did we figure out when Dennis Smith Jr. is which ones he's playing? I know
Just Vegas.
Just Vegas.
Yeah, the Orlando is pretty much just a bunch of projects and
Gotcha.
Yeah.
players that weren't on the team last year.
So are the Mavericks gonna be there?
Yeah, we're in
Or?
Orlando.
So Brusinho's probably gonna be.
All the guys who were on the team last
Hey,
year
Brusinho had some
are
moments,
only in
man.
Vegas.
Love me some Brusino.
I do too. I'm not even gonna lie.
He lives with Rick Carlisle apparently.
He lives with
No,
Rick
I mean
Carlisle.
it just seems like he's always in like family get-togethers. You
His
see that
shared
like
apartment.
Christmas or Thanksgiving picture where
He went
it's
to
like
the
Rick
Carlisle
Carlisle's
family Christmas?
Yeah, Rick Carlisle invited him.
That's so sweet.
I'm just like imagining Rick Carlisle and a rookie essentially just living in the same place.
Brusino doesn't even speak English.
No.
That's awesome.
So
You haven't seen that picture?
No.
Yeah, it's just like there's Brusino right there leaning over with all the Carlisle family.
Carlo didn't know he was
I think
there.
Rick Carlisle was drinking like a Sprite from the can.
Oh,
he
you
had
have like a
glasses.
photographic memory.
It
of
was
Planet
a very
TV.
iconic picture.
So
Wow. It
little,
makes me very happy.
I could probably bring it
a
up.
little pointless
Search
story.
of Nico Brusino Rick Carlisle.
Little pointless story about the first time I watched the summer league. It was like 2012, something like that, 2011. And I had never watched the summer league.
You
I don't even know if I'd heard of it. And like at the time, the Mavericks were just coming off of the championship season, and there's this man on the team,
This man.
this grown man on the team, named Jackie Carmichael,
This 27-year-old grown man.
who in reality was awful, terrible, could not make it in the NBA. But I had never known anything about the summer league. I didn't know how it worked.
It's
Didn't
like
know.
part of the family.
It was all scrubs,
That's a
and he
movie
had
right
like 12 blocks against the
Yeah.
Warriors. And I was like,
In the summer league?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to sign this
Oh.
dude. He's the center of our
Oh, dude.
future.
Yeah.
And Blake's just
That's
like,
how Rick likes to roll. Look
And a
at him.
Pepsi.
God, Daddy looks right. Look. Oh, there's Nico right there.
and Blake's just like, no, he's not good. And I'm like, Blake, listen.
I'm wondering what
He has
did.
12 blocks right now. And he's like, this is the summer league. He's like, I don't know what that means, but this is 12 blocks. So yeah, if you watch the summer league for the first time, don't take
How's
it
he done
seriously.
since?
I don't even know where he
I
is.
mean, what? Famous Mavs legend Bernard James used to run that league.
No, Bernard James ran the D League for
Okay.
that one game.
Jay
Jay
Crowder.
Crowder averaged a triple-double in Summer League. But Jay
Jay
Crowder
Crowder's
can
good.
play.
Yeah.
He can't
But
play.
I always knew it, and I always preached it, and then we traded him.
And then he became the player he said he would be.
Yep.
Carlisle held him back. Hashtag fire Carlisle.
No, I'd say Marion and Parsons held him back.
Jackie Carmichael never played in the NBA.
He did not.
That's sad.
Never. And he got 12 blocks in the summer league.
Wait, that's. Why did it say he's 23 but he was born in 19? Wait, that's not the same guy. He is definitely not only 23
Maybe he
years old.
changed his identity.
Because he
Wait.
would have been 15 when he was.
Maybe
when I
like
watched
a
him.
madman
But-
abused a dead NBA player's name to replace his own.
Are you sure it was? It may have only been 4 or 5
That's not.
years
That's
ago.
not right.
Cause yeah, this is not right. Cause like it says 1990.
That's
That
not
would make
Oh.
him 27.
Yeah.
I don't. Whatever.
Okay, so he's
They
27
just
now.
forgot about his bio. There's,
I thought that would
Okay.
automatically update or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you would.
I thought so too.
That poor ESPN guy who has to go in and update
Yeah.
that every day.
Yeah. Should be on.
For every LeBron, Brian Rinhorst, there's a Jackie Carmichael whoever's reporting throughout his whole life.
David Collins, I just
Yeah.
follow him on Twitter.
Summer League will be fun. Vegas, they're actually airing the Vegas Summer League on ESPN 1 and ESPN 2.
So ESPN.
So- ESPN, I don't know why I just didn't say
ESPN
that.
1.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Yeah, ESPN Ocho. But yeah, we'll get to see Lonzo, Markel Fultz. It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Who's gonna be announcing these games?
Us.
It's the usual ESPN.
They're flying us out here.
Yeah. Hey, man, that would have been awesome though. If we,
So,
Do
you
like
guys got-
just like random.
I don't
interviews,
think I
like,
could do-
Sneak on.
I don't think I could do play-by-play in a basketball game.
I don't either.
Yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
be.
That'd
very
probably
hard.
be like
I'd be a good like.
I feel like Chuck would be weirdly good at it.
who's like who's it? What's Hubie Brown. I'd be like, all right, look at this guy. Look what he's doing. All right.
Look at the way he dribbles and
Or
bends
Bill
his
Walton. I
knees.
heard Bill Walton always goes off.
Oh,
on
yeah,
stage.
I love
can't. Bill Walton is.
I love me some Bill Walton.
Man, that's just. It's good television
So
when he's on
probably
there.
be-
I don't even know who I would be in the commentating.
Or
world.
Jeff Van Gundy, just because I've been talking about Rihanna the whole
Yeah.
time.
No, I'd be Jeff Van Gundy because I get really triggered at the most random thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no!
And let me tell you why NBA players should not be going to fast food restaurants. All right, that's
During the
ridiculous.
NBA Finals.
Jeff Van Gundy.
LeBron's like dribbling up the court, like weaving through traffic,
Yes.
just like. And you know what? The refs just have the hardest job in the world.
Have y'all seen the video of him going off on whoever was commentating with him because he was like
Oh yeah.
he was like the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Super
Oh, yeah.
Super
Yeah.
He's like, don't say that in the same sentence. They had their team ripped from them. They're not the same thing. And he's like,
he
dude,
got very
calm
triggered.
down. And he's like, and his coach is like, will you stop yelling at me?
There's like a legit NBA game going on.
It was a
behind
Nets
him.
game. I think it was a Nets and
Oh,
Thunder game.
so maybe
Yeah.
not a legit
But
game.
yeah, talking about Rihanna right after like LeBron posterizes somebody. It's
That
pretty
was,
funny.
yeah, that was
Dude.
great.
But didn't you see Rihanna walk by?
Now
Yeah,
LeBron
my
got
favorite
fired,
thing was this isn't Rihanna, but at the NBA awards show, like after Nicki Minaj's little thing, like they cut to James Harden.
Oh,
and
yeah.
His face was priceless.
You know, he's not really an well, I guess he could be, but I could see it like an Ernie Johnson. I could see it as an Ernie Johnson, keeping it real, 100. You know?
No,
But, like,
Blake does not keep it real.
Alright.
Blake is the
there
most
you go. You got
biased.
that. All right, now settle down.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Chuck. Am I Chuck?
I'm Chuck.
Chuck.
They won't get that, but yeah.
His
That-
name is Chuck.
Just the way you turned to him, and were like, no, I'm Chuck.
That's funny. Who would be okay? Now I'm gonna not be able to focus on anything else. Who's who? Like you're Ernie.
I say EJ. Yeah, he's EJ.
Our name is
Jeff.
Jeff.
No, wait, you're
Jeff
Kenny.
No,
Am
TNT.
I Kenny?
You're Kenny.
Oh, TNT.
I was like, who's Jeff?
You're Kenny. You
Kenny.
honestly are probably Chuck.
Who's
Knew
Shaq?
it.
You can be Shaq.
He's Shaq.
I don't get mad though. I don't get like.
Shaq doesn't get.
He gets mad.
He gets frustrated.
Oh, I guess
yeah.
I'm Shaq then.
Yeah, you're
He's very
Shaq. You're
petty,
Chuck.
Yeah. I guess yeah.
Oh, I'm so petty.
Cool. I'll be underdog. I'll just be like
Like the cartoon kid.
underdog. You're always like put down a post. It's a producer guy. There's like
Oh,
put
yeah,
down
yeah.
a poster underdog is that white guy with the headphones on all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like, yeah.
We're up
He does
next.
a good job.
Yeah, he does do a good job.
Next. Hire us.
Turner Sports, if you're listening.
Yeah.
TNT Junior.
Ernie
Oh.
Johnson, we're coming for you.
If you want someone to
Come for your
stumbles,
job.
that stumbles
Summer.
over their words all the time, I'm your guy.
Yep.
So
Well,
yeah.
good. So,
Any other
do we have anything else?
any random topics you want to get off your chest? Anything?
Baby Driver was slightly overrated, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't Edgar Wright's best movie. It's still a solid movie, don't get me wrong. But, as an Edgar Wright fan, not the number one fan, but obviously I'm a fan of his work, it's probably like his fourth best one out of like the 5 I've seen. So,
I didn't realize this until we went to see Baby Driver on Tuesday, and he was naming his favorite Edgar Wright movies. I didn't realize until the moment he was saying them that I don't like most Edgar Wright movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I
You don't
did-
like Shaun of the... Which one have you seen? All of them, or the ones I listed? All
Seen
of
Shaun-
them?
all of them we've seen, I've seen as well. Or just all of them. I was like, because I don't like those like
man.
I don't like comedy movies. They're just stupid. They're
Or
just
British. You don't like
Or-
British
I-
comedy movies?
totally kidding, obviously.
I love Shaun of the Dead. That's just one of my favorite movies. But
Baby
yeah,
Driver.
but
as of right
Baby
now.
Driver is still a solid movie. I would recommend. I wouldn't like say, hey, don't go see that. But it was kind of overhyped for me because they were saying 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, this must be pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's solid. It's like
I'd say it's a step above just your casual like summer.
No,
action.
yeah, it's
Like,
definitely-
yeah.
it's not a sequel. It's not a remake. It's an original idea, more or less. I mean, you know, it's a more if you think about it,
It's like an original concept.
They
surrounded
do
by-
a few new twists on, you know, essentially what is a bank heist, criminal
Driver
falls in
movie.
love, you know, wants to get out of life stuff. But yeah, it's a solid movie. I would recommend seeing it. But if you're an Edgar Wright fan, don't go in expecting a pure comedy like I did, because that's what I expected. Because Edgar Wright makes
Okay,
a lot
in
of
that
mainly
case,
comedy.
I can see where
well,
you're
like
Yeah,
but
because
was it ever like
I mean, I would say it's more action than
televised?
comedy.
Was it ever like marketed as a comedy movie?
I mean, it seemed like a little bit, but
Apparently,
again, Edgar Wright does most
Is-
all
is
his
it
movies
comedies.
are either more or less comedies or like there's comedy in every single one of his movies.
Yeah,
So I just going
like
in.
I'd say this was more of like an action.
No, yeah, it
with
definitely
the-
is. That's
with
what
the
I'm saying.
comedy.
If you're going in with the mind that's going to be a straight up comedy, then you're probably going to be disappointed. I mean, there's still some funny moments in there, and there's still comedy in there, but it's more action.
Yeah.
than-
So I don't know why, but on Rotten Tomatoes, Get Out is classified as a comedy.
It kind of is because.
Yeah, I heard there was like a lot of tense humor.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's like a. Some people say it's like a satire of just like how.
Oh, it's definitely satire.
Yeah, race relations and how casual racism is.
I just thought it was weird it being portrayed as a straight comedy.
Did you ever see the movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think a lot of people when they see Jordan Peele,
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Again, it's like name
It's definitely a
association.
scary movie,
Yeah, I'd say it's more.
but it has a lot of comedy.
I'd say it's more horror, but yeah, it's not a lot. But it's not like a straight up comedy. Even though they have literally the TSA character is literally just a comic relief guy.
Yeah.
Like literally every line he says is supposed to be funny. So.
They did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
Did that come out this year? Or was it last
Yeah,
year?
it did come out
It
this
was-
year.
Oh yeah, it was early, like January.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
So we tried to see it, and then we didn't go in time.
And we saw
Yeah.
Great Wall.
Great Wall, which is
Oh,
not
how
a
was
good
that? I
movie.
never saw that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It was one of the
Awful.
worst
Really?
movies.
So do
Probably the worst movie
wait,
I've seen
is
this year.
Spoiler alert, I guess, because I'm gonna ask. So like, what happens at the end?
I don't remember.
They all Phantom Menace.
They
I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars fan.
the
What's
good
that?
things
so-
happened.
Alright, so you remember?
Well, I don't remember at
there's-
all, actually.
Yeah, I don't.
There was all those
I
like
lost
green weird
Alright. Do
monsters.
they beat the
They-
monsters?
they win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
they kill the main one, and then they all Phantom Menace, which means that the rest of them just die
Oh,
once
okay.
the main one
Oh,
dies.
that's it. They're not like sequel baiting at the end. Like
No.
Nah.
claws its hand at
No.
the end, still alive. But I don't want to do spoilers for Baby Driver because it's
Yeah.
recent, but there's a moment.
And people care about the movie. I'm like, Great Wall was awful. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
It was
Great-
better than seeing Get Out.
Was that your
with the
only
crooked
option
neck.
to see? Was
At
Great Wall?
with the
I'm
times
pretty
and
sure there's
everything.
something
Yeah.
else.
No.
Oh,
Because
okay,
we bought
yeah.
tickets to Get Out.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be disappointed if I would have had to see Great Wall before seeing it. I mean,
Yeah,
not
the
after.
only
Yeah.
place we would have had to sit at the very front of Get Out, which isn't just it's
And on
not
the
a,
side.
From the front and the
From the
left.
side,
So it's
yeah.
like,
Okay.
it's not a good experience.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
It's,
I hate going to being in the front, like being in the middle. So
Yeah,
you know, Josh said, "Oh, let's send the very back." I was like,
I could
"Yeah."
tell.
that's how I was like, I was so close multiple times to moving into the row in front of us. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, the chairs didn't move, and I was like,
No, I like sitting in the middle,
That's
or
what
like
I
where the
have. Yeah.
bars are at, like in
So
the
you can put your feet up.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the ideal
Are you guys
movie spot to sit.
Are you guys big on going to the movies? Obviously, you're a big movie guy, but are you big on going to the movies? Or are you more?
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think there's an
Yeah.
experience to it.
Yeah, I love it.
For some movies especially. I mean, I don't honestly just watching movies in general is just fun for me.
Yeah. Is that your preferred?
To see in the movie theater? Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
My-
Just because, like, at home, I mean, sure, you could dictate everything.
Yeah, I think like
but
seeing Baby
it's
Driver in the theater for the first time would be like much different than if you just like red box it and just like.
It's
watched
definitely
it at home.
better
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
wise. Because like,
And you get crowd, if they're into it or not into it, still that's the experience.
yeah.
But then you have the bad crowds, which I don't know if y'all ever had like a terrible crowd.
Boo.
I've only had like one memory that sticks out. I forgot what it was. It was a horror movie, I think. I forgot what it was, but literally like on a non-scary, it's just like where they're talking, some kind of family problem or something. It sounded like
Oh.
a man or a boy. Sorry if you were a boy who ever screamed at this part, but they literally walked on a little side entrance and they're like, ah, they like yelled really loud, and then they left.
Like
and I was
just
just
to be
like,
annoying?
yeah, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, what is, like, why?
How are you getting off on this?
Yeah, but no, in general, I do like the movie experience.
Yeah, that's how I am. Because
Yeah.
I just, for whatever reason, a lot of people our age are like, no, I don't want to go to the movies. I'm going to do this.
It's cheap too. I mean, like
If
you
you go-
can
if you
go
go
places that are like
cheap,
$5.
Yeah.
bucks.
if
and
you
go
if you-
2 or
yeah,
3
they have
movies at a time.
deals. Yeah, they have deals and stuff. which I-
Alamo Draft Houses, you said $5 on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Taco Tuesdays. No, it's cool too. They have a thing there. This isn't. I'm not being paid by Alamo Draft House. It is a very good venue. The one
He is
time I've
getting
been
paid
there.
by Still City Pops.
Yeah, technically, but not for being here. No, Alamo Draft House is really cool because like when you go there, yeah, I mean it's essentially the same. It's essentially Studio Movie Grill, honestly, because they give you food and while you're eating.
Yeah.
But it's just a little more.
Classy.
Not really even classy. It's just like I don't know. It's just like they know how to make a movie watching experience.
And they have milk.
They do.
They
I
have
got
milk?
milk actually.
What's it
No
called?
way.
Me and Josh went to go see it come tonight, and obviously it was my first time there, and I was just like, I saw cookies and milk, and I was like, Josh,
You can
get
get
in there.
cookies and milk?
Yeah, and the
Oh.
bad thing was though, the milk was kind of room temperature, so I was like, oh.
Ugh.
But they give you in a big glass, and the
Like a
glass.
shiver.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but
Nah.
that was cool. But
That's
they
sad.
have a thing there where they're really they seem really strict with their rules. They're like no talking at all during the movie. Like you get like one warning, I think, if you talk and then if they catch you more than once, they kick you out.
Really?
Yeah, same with phones too. They catch you like I don't know if it's you're on your phone or if it rings, but you also get one warning or 3. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're not really. Honestly, I don't know why you'd be on it or talking during a movie anyway. But nothing against that either, because I do that sometimes.
It's just interesting.
I say there's no point. I mean, if you're just casually.
But I mean, they're not. When I first went there, I was like, because I was with Josh, and Josh likes to
Yeah, he's a goofy man.
He likes to comment on movies depending on because Josh seems to not like anything. But he did like Baby Driver, so that's another seal of approval from Josh. No, it's not as strict as you would think. So, and again,
it's
you're
probably,
not gonna really be talking it that much, and you can still whisper.
Yeah, it's more
you
like
just can't be distracting. Essentially.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, anything before we wrap up? Anything you want to plug? Your socials? Your
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all enjoyed my time here, just write in the comments that y'all want me back, or if y'all don't, write that too. As long as I'm being acknowledged.
Just write something about him in the comments.
Yeah. Any publicity is bad publicity. Follow me on Twitter at @TheRealZamboni. You can figure that out. But yeah, that's it for me. Oh, also, there's a movie on Netflix called Okja. It's spelled OKJA. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Paul Dano's in it. Tilda Swinton's in it. There's a giant pig in it. It's funny. It's cool. It's sad. I recommend it.
I love that he just plugged a movie. Like, he has nothing to do with
also,
it. He just enjoys.
Did anything trigger you? Have you been triggered by anything recently?
No one said anything movie related, so.
Movie related, sports related?
No one said anything Jets related either. So.
Not anything like on the podcast. Just anything.
Yeah.
Like,
anything in life.
I forgot.
In life?
In life, goings about music, movies.
Or you just even kill. You just like man.
Just loving life.
I wasn't really triggered. This happened not today, but this happened a few days ago. We should have won those pickup games. My team. We had multiple leads and we blew it. Granted, we're not talented, but neither was the other team. Let's be honest. But we blew a lot of leads.
We're right here.
The point is there was a lot of leads won. I was low key upset like each time we lost. The series is tied 2-2 officially, folks. So
I just want to point out me and Blake were on the opposing team.
No,
I won the first game with a step back 3, which I don't hit, so it was a big deal.
He didn't win. He was on the line.
And then Josh Lindsay, who was
the
ref
wasn't
for
even
this
playing.
one play.
He was the ref for the one play.
Y'all made him the ref. You're the ref.
No, you guys did it.
All right.
He was on his phone the whole time, and then someone was like, "Josh, did he hit it?" He goes, "No, that was a 1." It was like,
yeah, it was either.
What's the difference between that and real reffing? Am I right?
Yes.
But yeah.
Is that what triggered you?
Yes. I don't know if it was obvious. I'm sure it was because I'm really competitive. Near the end of those games, I was getting real triggered. I was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, everyone was tired.
We're losing.
The 4th game or so.
But those were some of the best games we played.
They were.
Yeah.
Y'all should have seen it, folks. People were slightly running fast, missing open layups, getting the rebounds.
I dunked way before we started. It was a big deal for me.
Missed that.
Yeah.
But,
David got his first dunk.
Yeah. It's magic.
Say, for me, what triggers me? Danny Ainge.
Wes Matthews also triggered me.
Said every GM ever.
I don't know, but we've already talked about Danny Ainge a lot, so.
No, address him. Look at the camera and address Danny Ainge directly.
Danny Ainge, make a decision. Go for the future, or trade everything right now.
You need help.
You need help.
He wants to do both.
You can't have your cake and eat it too unless you're Greg Popovich.
I've never heard that before besides in the Hoodie Allen Cake Boy song. So.
I'm surprised. I'm really
Yeah,
surprised.
really, that's a common saying.
Whatever. I don't know.
I feel like your dad would say that.
Shout out Hoodie Allen.
Yeah, shout out Hoodie. keep working on that new album. I'm looking forward to it.
Album. Oh,
yeah.
Triggered. I'm questionably triggered on one thing, and then another triggered
The worst kind of triggered something.
The Snapchat map feature
Oh.
thing is very creepy.
I don't have enough
I'm triggered about that in a different way.
It's like, I don't know if I should
Just
be
don't
or
update
not.
it.
And it's very interesting.
It's cool. Like,
you can
the
look
logistics of it.
Yeah, you can look at
it's cool.
like, Snapchats in New York and Canada, or like in Deep Element. It's very creepy in that way. You can look at other people. You can see where someone's driving to, or like, yeah, it's very.
Can you see them driving?
Yeah.
So how did they like?
A car
I guess
pops up.
I guess they go by how fast you're going. They're like, you don't get run that
And
fast.
it tells when you're listening to music too.
Really?
See, I'm
That
trying-
part's weird. I don't know how it tells if
Why
you.
would they want to know that?
I'm
Does it,
trying-
wait, does it say what song you're listening
No.
to?
Oh, gosh.
It just shows you
Yeah,
like
that'd
doing
be cooler.
this.
It'd be weirder, but it'd also be cooler. 'Cause, like,
I'm triggered about that in a different way. I'm just triggered all the time. Always angry.
Angry
What do you mean
man.
different way? Like
It's not
triggered as
true.
in like that's.
I'll get there.
Like, I'm triggered because you're triggered.
Calm down.
Everyone on Twitter is like, "Oh, this is so creepy. This is so weird." But one, there's like ghost mode, and two,
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, we're getting caught cheating." It's like, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's also just like it's so avoidable. It's like just quit
Yeah,
complaining.
it is.
It's like get over it.
It is, but I'm still not gonna put it off.
Yeah.
So, ladies, if you're listening,
You want to plug your
yeah, if you want
Snapchat?
to know where I'm at, I'm usually at my house. So
Yeah.
All right.
Another one. Okay, so Jay-Z announced
You have a
he's
list?
releasing an album tonight. What?
Oh,
Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z's releasing an album tonight.
It's Thursday.
And so, but the thing about it, I can't listen to it because it's gonna be on freaking Tidal.
uh-oh,
Or
title
whatever.
fan right here.
And it's like, I already used my 3-month free trial last year with Kanye. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do now. And I'm just like, whatever.
Wait 2 hours
I
until it's
won't-
on YouTube.
Go to Pirate Bay.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's just-
condoning. That was not a plug for Pirate
Do not
Bay.
watch
Pirate Bay.
on Pirate
Yeah,
Bay.
Pirate Bay, you are listening. I will take your dirty money.
So that's it.
Yeah. Anything
That's it.
else?
Anything?
Anything you guys want to add?
So you're upset at title?
I'm upset.
Title or Jay-Z?
I'm both.
It's
upset.
I've
The
been
whole
upset.
Jay-Z,
Well, that's-
Beyonce, Kanye.
Actually, that's all Jay Z.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his company. So,
Okay.
That's
yeah.
it.
I mean,
I think Jay-Z
I'll
did
just
pretty
wait for it. You know,
It'll be on Spotify
or like
like
you
in
said
2
on
months.
YouTube,
On YouTube.
for like 30 minutes and they take it down.
Yeah.
But you know.
Just gotta know where to look.
Yep.
All right. So
That's it.
thank you guys for listening. Thank you,
Yeah.
Chuck, for joining us. Justin.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
This one's a little long. The last few have been long.
Oh
but-
yeah, they get longer every.
Oh well. Thank you guys for listening.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name's Shiloh Bellinghausen.
I'm David Collins.
Blake Chancellor.
Blake Chancellor.
And
Oh,
we
are-
that was your line, right? Justin
And I'm
Norris.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are out, Chuck.
That was the next line on the
Bye.
teleprompter. The next line was Justin Norris. So.